Welcome everybody to this rendition of no, yeet.
Yo,
But on a serious note, though, welcome everybody. It's a new edition of War. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? We
sir.
are your hosts. That was Shy Lapaya Itizah. I like how that rhymes. And
Yes, sir.
you know what it is, man. It's back at the war as usual. You know what I'm saying? Don't
yes,
stop. It just keeps going. If you're watching live from across the line, hit subscribe on War as usual. All right, that's youtube.com/at. I mean the at sign war as usual. All right, we go live every week, every Tuesday, 9:30. We're a little late today. But it is what it is.
we at war. Shit.
Yeah.
As usual.
Y'all gotta understand.
Let's
Mhm. So yeah, man. So let's get into it.
do it. Shit. Did you post the link and all that? StreamYard joint. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if
Everybody
anybody,
hop on.
if anybody wants to, pop in, we only ask
Become a
one thing
trooper.
of you. All right. If anybody wants to become a trooper on war as usual.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, I think
That's
it.
it.
y'all onto
That's it.
something.
There it
Y'all
goes.
onto something.
Yeah, there it goes.
All right, all right. Well, join us
Become a
live.
trooper.
The link is in the chat. Well, it will be shortly. Become one of us. You dig? All
I
right,
like
hit the
that.
link, the StreamYard link. I'm about to eat this chicken because I'm from I'm an Israelite. All right. So
All right. Shit. What we
join
what
So,
we, what we started off with?
uh, I would suggest we just go right into that Keke Palmer thing.
absolutely.
Do it.
We just go right into that.
Do it.
Uh,
Kiki.
Do you love me?
man. Um, so it's so many layers to this. It's so many things I want to say about this because we got to go all the way back to the Usher incident. I'm pretty sure everybody is familiar with.
Fill him in,
Um,
fill him in.
but if you not, um, Kiki basically went to a Usher uh, concert, and apparently, Usher he got his Vegas show, I believe, and then he uh, every show he goes and picks some woman out of the audience or whatever, and Kiki happened to be picked up. He was singing and serenading her, and she was all up on him, and she was dressed provocatively. Let's just put it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband came out, said that he had an issue with what was happening, especially by the way she was dressed, said she was being a bad example. He got crushed on social media. Everybody was calling him a narcissist, saying that he was insecure, what I'm saying, all because he didn't like what his wife had on in Vegas
Mm.
on stage, dancing and grinding up on Usher Raymond. Uh, so from that point, it kind of died down. You know what I mean? Like that happened, and then they kind of like was like, I remember seeing a post where they was like out at lunch or something like that, and she was basically inferring like, yeah, y'all think it's something wrong with us, but it's really not. We really on one accord.
Right.
And then it just kind of faded away. Like I didn't hear no more about it. And then recently, um, um, the news came through that she filed a restraining order against him and was accusing him of abuse multiple times. Right. So
Do you believe that he was actually abusing her?
I do not. I do not.
Mm.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And I'm gonna tell you why, right? This is why I don't believe it. Now, again, for people that are really suffering in domestic violence, we are not advocates of domestic violence, right?
Facts.
We do not
Throw the
believe in
disclaimer
beating
out there.
women, right? You know what I mean? Like we do not believe in beating on women. That's no verbal, mental, whatever, psychological, whatever term you want to use.
Mm-hmm.
Abuse is never warranted, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, what has become trendy is abuse. And what do I mean? We live in a world now to where when that term is thrown out, abuse, especially
Mm-hmm.
when it comes from women, it's automatically believed. Listen, when if a woman come out and say this man abused me, he is always guilty until proven innocent.
Mm-hmm.
We
And
had the
he's
same
not,
issue
and
with the
he's hardly ever proven innocent.
exactly,
You know?
just like
And
with the
not
issue
because
with Jonathan Majors.
yeah, not because he didn't do it, but because they don't want him to be innocent.
Right.
They
They
just
don't
don't
want
want
him
him.
to be. Right. And for whatever reason, and y'all jump in if y'all feel differently about this,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like we have transitioned into a period of this believe all women. Now, this is not a woman bashing segment. This is not that. But what I am saying is that women today do have one of those advantages is they have the ability to say whatever and something happens right away.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean right away. If I was on Facebook and somebody I went to school with a long time ago, she made a post, right? I was gonna make that post of the week, but I really, what I'm saying, like I had another idea. But basically her post was, it's funny how this is what she said. It's funny how everybody who had a problem with what Keke Palmer was wearing don't have a problem with the fact that her husband is abusing her.
Mm.
And so my initial reaction, what I'm saying, I typed out about a paragraph and erased all that shit. I typed, what I'm saying, like I had so much I wanted to say.
I've
But
been
I was
there.
like, you know what?
I was there today.
I do that so much. I'll be like, bro, you know what? And I'm going in and I'll be like, you know what? I don't even care. It don't even matter what I'm about to say. You know what I mean? It don't even matter because we just gonna go back and forth about nothing. But I still was like, where's the she was like, where the men at? And I was like, we need evidence. We need proof. We don't know. We just said that. So somebody chimed in, was like, it's video evidence, it's proof. Just gotta Google it. So know me. I Googled it. And supposedly in court, she submitted some still frames from video showing him like over her and just different, him being the antagonist, never her in the position of being the antagonist, always as the victim. I thought that was really strange. Like, if it's videos, why are we looking at still images?
Right.
And she said that the most recent attack was back last year in February. Doesn't really strike me as
you got the images?
No, I didn't pull up those images.
No, sweat. I'll get to you.
Yeah, if you can find them, I seen it on the Instagram post. So I don't know if they got them live on Google, but if it's on Google, it's on Instagram. So, but the images look weird. It just look like I don't even know if it's them. You know what I mean? Like looking at it, you can't even tell. But my point is, yeah, it could be anything. It could be anybody. Like you could Google couple fighting in the living room, and you probably can pull up something. You know what I'm saying? So. That's what it looked like. You know what I mean? It could have been me on that mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how distorted it was. But anyway,
and if I may, not to like, cut you off, but it could also it could be very out of context. You get what I'm saying? Like that could have been anything going on.
Exactly.
They could have been getting freaky. Who knows? You know what I'm saying?
We'll let the barracks be the judge when they look at these pictures. Yeah, if you're able to pull them. But I will say this is the part that I have an issue with. For people that's really suffering with that, you know what I'm saying? You need to do something about that situation. But nowadays, people could just say that. She could just say this. And it just seems so on point and at the right time for her to just be bringing this out and saying, oh, he abused me multiple times. And nowadays, abuse is just really in these relationships. Like, to me, it seems like what happens in most relationships when it comes to people saying they're being abused, a lot of times it'd be a fight. And if you lose the fight, now you feel like you got abused. That's what it kind of seemed like to me. It seemed like it's a couple that got heated, got into something physical, and somebody lost. And the person that lost is saying I was abused. And in most cases, the woman will lose a fight with the man. I'm not saying that that's good. I'm not saying they should be fighting. But if we want to be realistic in relationships, sometimes you can get a little bumpy. It's just what it is. You know what I mean? It get like that. Like,
right. So what you're saying that an equal amount of blows is what you're saying? Out of like niggas in the ring going
back. He said, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, like they fight. You know
Right,
what I
right.
mean? Like they fighting. You know what I mean? And okay. And a lot of times, what I see in most cases, what it is that it starts from a verbal altercation.
Hmm.
Once that verbal altercation reaches its peak, somebody gets physical. And a lot of
Yeah.
times, if the woman gets physical with the man, he may be in a restraining situation. They may get into a full-fledged fight because sometimes she won't stop. And then, I'm not saying it don't happen on the other end, but what I am saying is that at the end of it, if she's following a restraining order and she want the kids and he did something, she could say that he abused them and somebody's gonna believe it. We don't have any proof. We don't know. Obviously, he came out and denied it, but she could just say that, and the man's you know, reputation can be ruined. Look at Jonathan
Mhm.
Majors. You know what I mean? Same
Yeah.
thing happened with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Johnny
And,
Depp,
and
you know what I mean?
Johnny Depp. And I just want to reiterate, like of course, like he could also be lying. You know what I'm saying? This
Exactly.
definitely could be
Exactly.
could go either way. But
Right.
but I'm glad you bring it up. It's like you can't just we can't just be so quickly to believe one side or the other. They say there's three sides to every story. There's your side, their side, and then the truth.
Yeah.
Truth is somewhere in the middle. Neither you got to hear both sides to get to the truth. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I mean, at the end of the day, both of them could be lying. Both of them, one of them is telling the truth, one way or another. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we can definitely get to the bottom of it. But like this could be anything, like literally.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah.
That could be anything. First of all, look, she in the house without her wig on. We could see. He probably like, babe, wake up. You've been sleeping all day. That's what that looked like to me. I don't know.
All right. So for
Babe, get up.
context,
You know what I mean?
Y'all
Like,
niggas
this what you going if you giving me this as evidence, this could be
yeah.
anything. You know what I mean? Like, I don't.
Hey, for context sake, I will post. I'll show you this picture as well. It's another
Hey,
picture.
wake your ass up.
Right,
Yeah.
shut your ass up. Listen, sometimes you with your rib or whatever you with your woman, y'all may play fight. You know what I mean? You play fight, you know what I'm saying? Push her down, you know what I mean? Like you ain't trying to hurt her, but you know what I'm saying? Like it go like that. But if you take a snapshot, if you walk in any black home and take a snapshot of people playing, it look like we fighting. It just do. I don't know.
Anytime. Especially
I don't know.
listen, and listen, this is not meant to be no offense to any Levites, but especially you walk into a Levi house, because I've been in the Levite house and it looks like you would, without context, you would think, damn, this shit is abusive. But it's
Damn.
not. No, I'm not saying that.
Nah,
I'm just saying I've been in a couple Levi houses. And it's like you don't, because of course I don't speak Creole, so I don't even know what's going on. But I know every time they talking to each other, you can't tell what mood they in. You really can't. And so like I'm just
I wanted to
observing.
click on that one too.
I'm like, hey, look, I'm like, should I leave? I told my homeboy, I'm like, should I leave? I'm like, what you mean? No, you good. Yeah, all right.
Nah,
cool.
but listen, I feel you. Even when Levi's talk, nigga, it sound like an argument. Nigga. I just sound
Yeah.
I feel you though.
It's just the truth. Salakia.
Yeah, it is. It is.
But it's just the truth.
No.
God, you seen homeboy comment or homegirl, whoever comment out, Mister, whoever, Mister or Mrs. I don't
Mr.
know.
What's on your feet? He said, grown men don't play fight. You know, I agree with you. Grown men don't play fight, but grown women do. That's about as best I could tell you. They do. If you've been with a woman, she will try that with you. You know what I'm saying?
Especially
And
a black
again,
woman.
if that's not your forte, that's not what you want to do with your woman, that's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But it is a limit to that. You know what I'm saying? Like I can speak for myself. I don't like to play fight. I don't like it. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you know, a little bump, you know what I mean? Yeah, okay, you know, but after that, like, let's get off of that because you know what I'm saying, that could turn physical. You feel what I'm saying? So, but I get you. Yeah, we don't play fight. We ain't the one initiating it. I mean, your girl probably jumping on your back and doing all type of shit. I'm pretty sure it's happened, bro.
Definitely.
I do want to mention, just the word abuse alone is a pretty extreme word to use.
It is.
If it's like, you get what I'm saying, in any situation, like abuse is just not, he's pinning me down on the sofa.
Right.
Abuse is like, welches and black eyes and, scratch marks. You get what I'm saying? Like a physical
right. Where's it?
beating. You get what I'm saying? And if all the evidence don't point. Not saying that it there isn't any evidence, right, or whatever. But if
Right.
all the evidence don't point towards to that extreme, then you would have to consider, all the factors that we seeing from the still frame. Like it could be he just waking her up. It could be to just play fighting. Could be just, you know, a argument that they have and that just gotta, push a shove. But the word abuse is used too lightly. Is
Yes,
used too lightly.
definitely, definitely, definitely. That word is that word, and that word does, like you said, that. But that word does a lot of damage to somebody's reputation. It's almost the same backlash you would get if somebody called you a pedophile. Almost
Mm-hmm.
like
Right.
when you label a abuser.
You can't say that though.
That's Oh, we can't say that. Okay. I
P
don't know the
foul.
term we can use with it. A P
You
Is
five.
P
start-
foul
yeah.
wild? That's wild.
P
Mm.
five. That's wild.
I mean, I guess, but
Um,
that is crazy.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. It
You
stick
could,
with you.
you could
You know what
say
I'm saying. You can never get that out.
you could say. I think you could say. Can you say pedo? I think that at one point they started saying pedo. You can say pedo. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how about I just make no references to that and say, you can't even say, damn, you can't even say,
Child forcer or one.
unaliver. How about that?
Child
How
forcer.
about if you get the label as an unaliver, it sticks with you the same way. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you ain't gonna,
Right.
you can never shake that off. You know what I mean? So using the
Mhm.
term like that, like you wouldn't just call somebody unaliver just to say it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that has some serious, you know, things tied to that. You know what I mean? People don't want to be around somebody if they know that. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
you messing up future relationships that they may have, endorsement deals if you in the industry. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Just saying that, but these women, some of these women and men using the wrong terminology just to get that shock value. You want people on your
Yeah.
team so bad, you got to say, "Oh, it was abuse. He was abusing me." But in realism, you probably just got into a fight and you lost, and
Mhm.
you know you got to say it.
And
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought it up like that because honestly, things like this is an easy way to get famous. And Keke Palmer is no stranger to good publicity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like when the story first broke, first of all, her being on Usher's tour or whatever, or show or whatever, she knew that was good publicity. She knew that having her cheeks out on the stage was going to get her some exposure, and whatever project she working on right now, everybody's going to know about it because she showed her cheeks on Usher's show.
Right.
Then her man said something about it. Ding ding ding, another opportunity for some good exposure.
Right.
Oh, who are you? You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no ring on my finger. She explodes. Poppy, she's trending on all social media networks now. Then she wants to talk about her the physical abuse that's taking place in her home by her man. More exposure. Now, again, I'm not discrediting
Right.
any acts of actual violence, but we got to take that into consideration. We know that, like, it reminds me of the Megan Thee Stallion incident with Tory Lanez. You would hear these stories about her and Tory Lanez, and from what you're hearing, it sounds like, well, Tory Lanez didn't actually do anything, but somehow Tory Lanez ends up in prison, spending 10 years of his life there.
Mhm.
You
Yeah,
understand?
man.
So it's like we just quick to just take the woman's side, and everything else doesn't matter.
And maybe at some point we
The
should do a
fact
blow by blow of
if
that case too. At some point.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, for sure, we definitely got to take a stab at it. Now, I do want to mention because what y'all brothers bringing out is heavy. Like, and most people want to sympathize with the victim, but at the end of the day, we don't even know the role that she actually plays in this matter. Like, or even if she's going about in her relationship with a high moral standard. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, we don't even right. We look at these celebrities as if they're just the beacon of morality. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they're just all wholesome and good people. Behind closed doors, she could be abusing drugs, neglecting her. Not saying she's I don't want nobody to cut this out, but y'all niggas not
defamation.
But it's a possibility, right? That could be happening, behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? But most people will just take the side, like you said, will take the side of the victim. You know what I'm saying, without all the facts being there.
And that's crazy. That's crazy to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like we all know they don't have the wisdom of Solomon. You know what I mean? Like they just select, like soon as they see some tears, it's just like, oh, he must be guilty. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, and listen, just like Aitzazab said, if he is guilty, then something does need to happen. Like you shouldn't be beating up no woman. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be doing that. But however, show us the facts first. That's all we want is the facts. Show us the proof that is happening. You know what I mean? Like I just can't go off what you say. You know what I'm saying? We just had a young woman who lied and said she got kidnapped. She was in a forest for like 24, 72 hours. Was gone. Like she was like set up her old kidnapping. So come on, man.
God,
that's crazy.
It was national news too.
News.
It was like
people was looking for her and crying.
Looking for her.
Speaking of fact,
you got it.
But can we get the facts? If one of y'all brothers, if y'all able to, figures or the stats on falsely accused men in these type of scenarios, like is there a record of that where
you have to look up
be falsely accused?
I looked it up at one point. We just had to like search. I'll put it in, but you have to search.
Okay. I mean,
I just want to let everybody know.
But that got what he said, kind.
Yeah, I want to let everybody know. If you want to find it for yourself as well, like I looked up, drop domestic violence charges against men, right? Like, so what's the basically like what's the stats on how many domestic violence charges get dropped? And you'll find out that a lot of them get dropped because there's no substantial evidence that it happened, which means what? It didn't happen.
Right. Or it's an embellishment of what's really happening. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's just an embellishment. You know what I mean? Because once somebody call and it's a domestic violence, they coming out there, especially if it's in the black community. They coming out there. And now that you didn't spend the taxpayers' money, somebody going to jail.
Or
this
dying.
You can't. Exactly. You cannot call. You cannot call and be like, "Hey, y'all, we was just tripping. We good." They're gonna be like, "No, somebody got to go. Somebody got to go to jail, or somebody got to leave this house." It's gonna happen that way. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how it goes. You know what I mean? And so, and then once you do that, let's just say your woman or your man, whatever, if they call the police and say you did that, and they come down there, and they go to jail, and then let's just say for some within the 24-hour period, you end up changing your mind, it's out of your hands at that point. For anybody that don't know that, once they in the hands of the police, they in the hands of the state. So now when you go get your paperwork, you know what your paperwork don't say your baby mama versus you. It say you versus whatever state you living in. They take it up and they decide whether or not charges are going to be pressed. Your baby mama ain't got no say so on that. She can't say, they ask her, do she want to press charges? But from that point, if she say no, it's up to the state at that point. She can't, come back and be like, nah, I'm straight now. They're going to be like, ain't got nothing to do with you. We pressing charges. We throwing a book at this nigga. You know what I mean? So, and all he did was tell you to stop hitting him. So I don't know. I don't know. But I thought that was, I don't know. We'll see. But look at these images right here. Look at this. This don't look like, I don't even know why this was submitted. This looked like, hey, did you get the mail like I asked you to? That's what it looked like. What you been doing all day? Sitting in the house? That's what you been doing.
You ready to go? You ready to walk? You ready to leave? You look at you. Your hair still ain't done. You ain't got your wig on.
I told you to be ready in 15 minutes. That's what that looked like.
Exactly. Like a regular.
Now she submitted this for abuse. Just the verbal abuse right here. And again, I'm not making fun of it. I'm just simply saying.
So lucky you should have said that before I laughed.
Yeah. It's all good. We'll cut that part out.
If I could, If I could too, yeah, that image, it don't look. Man, I'm expecting to see a whole haymaker, man. But I do want to say,
Wait a minute.
to speak to the
Okay, never mind. Go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
no, my bad. I just want to say that speak to the point that the narrative that's out there online, because I do be seeing it online where they'll spin it to say, black men are trash. They'll use this opportunity to demonize black men, destroy the character of black men. Yeah, I mean, or make it a whole thing about how men in totality is no good for the black woman, man, and stuff like this. Now, of course, stuff like this does go on in small scale within our community, right? Place a celebrity as if they speak for all of black relationships is a problem. You get what I'm saying? Like, we got to stop looking at these celebrities are the prime example of what black love is. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, we have to understand the black man is the only ally to the black woman. You get what I'm saying? Like, that is the only ally that she has. Because he's the only one that understands that she. Now, of course, on both sides, one could say man fucked up, and the other side can say the black woman fucked up. Well, if we both fucked up, we'll get to the root of the issue at that. Let's do that. You get what I'm saying? Let's learn how to forgive each other and find a common ground to fix this fucked up situation that we both cause each other. Because guess what? We both cause each other harm and pain.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So now let's get to the healing process. So that way we don't have no crap that we, looking at like Keke Palmer and stuff like that within our community. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to mention that.
So if you can see this chart, right? It's basically showing you that 60% of domestic violence cases were dismissed in the year of 2016 to 2018. All right. And well, this is in Cleveland. This is like, I guess, it's state by state, but this is a good indicator of cases dismissed. Now, sometimes there can be situations where, there's just not enough evidence, not because it didn't happen, but because they don't have the evidence to prove it. But a lot of times, and many times, because I've read into this, you know what I'm saying? I've done a little bit of research on it. And what a lot of people are saying, like a lot of researchers are saying, that a lot of these cases get dropped because they were never real in the first place. Not all of them, but a lot of them get dropped because they're not real. Like it's some woman who's mad at her husband, so she calls the police and claims that he abused her. They're not going to ask questions. They're going to sit here, well, where did he hit you? You know what I'm saying? They do that in court. So they'll arrest this guy, give him a court date, and now he has to deal with this for a number of years because court doesn't just happen like that. You know what I'm saying? It's you get a deposition and all that stuff. You get months in between each court date, and it can go on years. Go ahead.
Nah, you got it.
Go ahead, sir. You got it.
Nah, go ahead. I was just ad-libbing. You got it.
Oh,
but yeah, God. Nah, you're exactly right. Like, I just want to say that's the facts right there. You know what I'm saying? That's the facts that Lapia was talking about that matters. You get what I'm saying? Like, if we know percentages are this high, a woman knows that. You get what I'm saying? And she's going to use those percentages or those facts to her favor. If she knows just by calling 911 by the, you get what I'm saying, is going to, or I'm going to get this man locked up. And she's going to utilize that to her favor. You know what I'm saying? That's just the facts.
Yeah.
Numbers don't lie. More than half, more than 50% of all, accusers have been false. You know what I'm saying? Or don't have enough evidence to substantiate it. So,
yeah. And for the men's side, y'all niggas better start paying attention to who you laying down with. Like, for real, man. Like, okay. So let me say this. That's the most important thing.
That should hit my soul. Say that one.
Yeah. You need to pay attention. And You gotta watch who you laying down with. You gotta do it because laying down with the wrong person, man, is like one of the worst things. Like the Most High created relationships. If you really break it down to a science, he created relationships. That feeling you feel between a man and a woman, he created that. That was created. That ain't just come out of nowhere. That's something that's by design. So when you start going outside of the design, something is gonna be wrong. So you got to be careful who you laying down with, and just laying down with somebody just because they nice for 2 weeks, or what I'm saying, they look good. You know what I'm saying? Like you lay down with that person, you don't know what you getting up with, figuratively and for real. Like you just don't know. So if you doing that, and then you get into situations like this, where in relationships, and I'll preface that with this, relationships, you're going to have disagreements.
Right.
In relationships, you're going to have those heated, intense moments. I will be lying to you to tell you that you won't have that situation, but it's how you deal with it. But a lot of us don't deal with it, or don't deal with it the correct way, because of the fact that we're not told about those things. Like we talk about it in a joking way. Like, yeah, what I'm saying, the old ball and chain. You know how they used to talk, the old ball and chain, and relationships are hell. They say that, but tell me some details, my nigga. Like, tell me about when I'm irritated with her. Tell me about that. Tell me about those times where she getting on my nerves, or tell her about those times when I'm gonna get on her nerves and how she needs to deal with that. Right? That's practical information. Stop telling us that marriage is work. Yeah, nigga, we know. What type of work? Tell me what type of work I'm gonna have to go through. Nobody prepared us for that. So now when she's standing up in the middle of the floor with half her breast out her shirt and her hair messed up, calling you a fuck nigga, now you know what I'm saying? Like, how do I deal with this? You know what I mean? Nobody told you to be doing that.
Right.
I don't know. They ain't prepared us. They ain't prepared us for that. So that's why you got 60% of all that happening, because they just first, one of the first things they do is, want to call the police. You know what I mean? Get you up out the house.
Yep. Yeah. They call. So how you say me? A dom.
Broke up.
Oh, yeah, can you hear me?
Wait, what are you talking about? Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Nah, Edom. I was gonna say Edom.
Oh, out of one.
We were saying that camp that one time.
Abad out of one.
Yeah.
Man, that's heavy.
That's who they call it.
Me and my Shamar was just on the phone about an hour ago, maybe two, and we were talking, and I brought this up to him. That's funny that you asked, but it's Abad out of one, which means destroy Edom. Yep.
Yeah.
Just in case y'all was wondering, that's Hebrew, by the way.
Yeah. So that's a good reason, and that's why you got podcasts like this that's going to tell you the whole side of the story, man, the whole breakdown of what's going on, and just the intricate practical details that you need. If more people are educated on what marriage really is, and not the fallacy and the false dream that the United States and the world try to put on you of what marriage is, and somebody tell you what really is, then maybe you could better prepare yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have 1,001 arguments. You are. It's just what it is. There is no, it's not going to always be them butterflies you feel in the beginning where, every time you see her, you know what I'm saying? Y'all see each other. It's like a movie. Y'all embrace and kiss. And oh my God. It's going to be sometimes you be like, man, I just want to walk past this bitch. You know what I mean? Like it's real. And she going to feel the same way about you. And you got to be prepared for that.
That's a hundo.
That's what it is.
We got to stop doing it.
We ain't been told that.
Okay. Like we got to stop doing this through the pretense of the so-called white man. Like, if I could be spade a spade, like he interferes in how a black man should deal with his woman.
Exactly.
Or vice versa, or how a black woman should deal with her man. You get what I'm saying? Like we're doing this through the lens of white. His culture is in the fabric of how we love each other. And this is the reason why when she gets in an argument, she's calling that man, calling Esau. Right. She's calling the white man. You know what I'm saying? And the black man is going to view her like she's nothing. And he's going to try to get somebody else that's outside of their, bloodline or whatever the case may be. Yeah. But in order to fix majority, I say a good majority of the issues that we have within black man and the black woman, we have to do it like Officer Lapierre and Officer Atizar was saying, we have to change the culture. You know what I'm saying? We have to do it that way. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to figure it out. So what do I do? We can't where how the white man says it, right? We'll have to we should do it. You know what I'm saying? As black people, you get what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
it. You know, he'll burn the house down, kill the dog, kill the whole family. You know what I'm saying? This woman
Chris
will
Benoit.
sleep where his woman would sleep with. What you say?
Chris Benoit.
God, his woman. You said what?
Remember Chris Benoit? You said he killed the family, burned down the house.
Right.
Chris Benoit did that to his family.
You know, see, that's how they deal with us. We gotta, you know, we got our own
Yeah, you got
way of doing things. We gotta glitch.
Yeah.
You delayed.
You struggling. Yeah, you fighting, but you fighting.
You fighting a good fight though. You know what I mean? Like you fighting a good fight, and the internet ain't stopping you.
Nigga, I'm gonna bring this out.
You got
bring
these.
it out.
God damn it, I'm gonna bring this out.
You got these. He said, "Yo, wow.
Bring it out, yo."
Yo, it's over for him. He paused for real, literally.
Yeah. Look at him.
Paused for real. Yo, what's going on?
There we go. I think
y'all hear me?
Yeah.
You hear me?
We can hear you.
I think we on now.
Listen, you see, that's what happens when you start talking about the white man, bro.
Yeah, you gotta call him out of one.
Oh, my bad. I know, man. I ain't trying to get a flag. My bad.
You good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Chris Benoit. I think that's where we was at. Chris Benoit.
The worst devil on earth.
Unalived his whole family. Dude. Relationships is a mother. He unalived everybody. You know what I mean? But anyway.
For what reason? For what cause? You know what I'm saying? If you and that's important though, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the sister Ra'ayah said, she said, right, and it literally takes 9 months to have a baby. That's well enough time to prepare yourself. Yourself. What?
Your parenting mindsets.
Okay, your parenting mindsets. Right. You know what I'm saying? And really, you should be preparing before you have a baby. Before you have any sexual relationships with any woman, if you're a man, you know, before you have any sexual relationship with a woman before she have any sexual relationship with a man, you should already be prepared before that. You know what I'm saying? We talked about this last week's show. Like, who you lay with is who you should stay with. So with that in mind, you got to be prepared to have a life with that person. And that means one day becoming a parent. Because if you having sex, you plan on being a parent. Right? So, you know, you should definitely like in the UPK, we practice for 9 months before or 6 months before we even have sex with a woman. Or a year. Whatever, however long it takes, however long you need. We practice it before we even lay down with a woman. So let alone the 9 months it takes to have a baby, you already getting prepared to be a parent before you even become a husband, before you even become a wife. Yeah. So it's all about it, like we just gotta first of all get our priorities together. Like I know it's cliche, everybody says that, but that's definitely one thing. Get your priorities together and get your morality back, man.
Yeah. Quite literally, because you know, the way that the mindset of marriage and way it's taught, like Officer Thawashah was saying, like they are integrated into the fabric of how we treat one another, specifically how we said it. And so everything we do is based on that. You know what I mean? The way we handle each other, you know what I'm saying, is based on their principles. You know what I mean? And it's not working. So that's why our relationships is failing, because we going about it the wrong way. You know what I mean? Like we trying to fit a circle in a square. You know what I mean? It's not happening. And we all keep falling off that same bridge. Everybody go through that same thing. Or we're gonna get married, we're gonna do this. And the way they should explain marriage is like this. They shouldn't explain it like they do in the movies. it start off, it's all good, everything is great, and then it just, you just walk off into the sunset. No, marriages should really start off tough. That beginning stages, it should start off tough. Like, yeah, you got the little butterflies, but the work should start in the beginning. When you understand that a marriage or a relationship is a duty, then you understand like it should start off, and progressively it will get better. Progressively it can get better with work,
right,
and counsel. Let me iterate that, with counsel.
That if I may too, like that goes to, can y'all hear me?
I'll be right back. Yeah, you got it, sir. I'll be right back.
Okay. Like that goes to something I was thinking about. Like I was just pondering about this, like, psychologically, like just thinking about this. Like think about the people that you're most close to. Mm-hmm. Like think of 3 good people that you're mostly like you just have a strong connection with these people. And think about what brought you to that point with that person. Mm-hmm. Oftentimes you'll find it will be where you had to experience something that was very, I want to use this word lightly, but traumatic, that created that type of connection for that person, for you, right, between you and that person. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like bonds is forged through fire. Like strong connections are forged that way. Like the more you go through with this person and experiences and problems and letdowns and hurt, that's what is going to grow that bond stronger when you heal those wounds. You get what I'm saying? Because now y'all have something that y'all can be like, man, listen, we done went through hell together. That's what's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like keeping y'all together. You dig what I'm saying? Like, like, you know what I mean? Like, like, and I thought of the analogy of welding, right? Like when you get into iron metals and you're welding them together, you do it with a torch. You get what I'm saying? Right. Shout out to Officer Lafayette, you know what I mean?
No
pun, you do it with
pun.
a torch. You know what I'm saying? And that torch, that fire is what bring those strong metals together. You get what I'm saying? So you're going to have to go through something in order to fortify your bond with somebody. It's just life, right. You know what I mean? And,
right. Right. And what we've seen in some of these celebrity relationships is them failing, not being able to go through those moments. They aren't able to handle those moments. You know what I mean? Like nobody stands together like they used to back in the day. And you always hear people say things about, and here's the new thing that I hear. We still on topic, but when they say like, grandma and grandfather stayed together for years, 20 plus years, 30 plus years. Some people got grandparents been together 50 years. You're like, golly, that's a long time to be with somebody. But when you talk to those couples, they don't always talk about the first thing they say to you when you talk to an old couple. They do not say how great everything was. They talk about the work that you got to put in. They talk about the work, the struggle, the sacrifice, all those things. And at the end, they be like, but at the end of it all, you know what I'm saying? We have fun. That's the last thing. The world make you think like it's supposed to be like a movie, like just rainbows every day. Listen, there's gonna be some days you're gonna have to be bored. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to dislike each other sometimes. You're gonna have to break up to make up. You're gonna have to do all these things because knowing somebody in a relationship is a lifelong thing. Yeah. We getting into relationships nowadays like we indentured servants or something like that. I got 7 years with you, my nigga. After that, we out of here. You know what I mean? Like, no. That's exactly the opposite of what we're supposed to be doing. What's the point of walking down the aisle and telling God you're gonna be with this person forever just to get mad at this nigga or mad at her in 3 years and be like, you know what, God, I changed my mind. I know the oath I made in front of you.
Good night.
I know the oath, the oath I made in front of you and told you forever. Through better or worse, through thick and thin, shit got too thin, and that's what happens.
Didn't they open up a Bible and all that stuff and profess it before the Most High God?
Doves was flying. Some people got doves and shit. That's the Holy Spirit. It came out on your whole. The Holy Spirit descended down on your whole marriage, and y'all niggas lasted 3 years. Oh man, stop it! Stop
it! That shit crazy. Crazy.
Stop it!
Like don't even get just save everybody the waste of time and money, man. Just close your legs. Close your leg, zip your pants, man. Jesus Christ. Because
do something else.
Do something else, man. Find something better to do with your time, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Figure out the calculation for the quantum space time continuation. learn how to
Right.
learn how to make a rocket go into the fourth dimension, man. Like Jesus Christ.
Something
Now
else,
listen,
man.
I don't mean to keep embellish on this topic, but I mean that was heavy with like Desire said, because it's I mean I ain't gonna keep on going, but yeah, that was heavy. That was heavy. Yeah.
The world,
Yeah.
listen, I'll go into it. The world would be a
I don't want
better
to be too long winded.
the world would be a better place if you stop making black women baby mamas. I'll just put it like
Right.
that. Stop making
Right.
these black women baby mamas, man. Like if you're gonna put a baby in her, be with her. You
Facts.
understand?
Right.
You're gonna why put a baby in her if you're not gonna be with her? And why put somebody's baby in you if you don't plan on being with them?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Exactly. And understand, the show is called War as Usual. When you get into a relationship, there will be a war.
Facts.
It will be. It's a war. Listen, even in the scriptures, he say, I come to bring a sword to put a mother and a daughter at variance.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Y'all get married in the Christian church, but then don't understand war. How? When Christ was a warrior, when Christ talked about war, when everything was spiritual warfare, spiritual war this, fighting against this, fighting against that, even talking about Christ's battle, you know what I'm saying, with Satan. You understand what I'm saying? So a relationship and a marriage, and again, using these celebrities as examples is the worst thing you can do. But relationships, it will be a war. It will be a war that you have to fight daily.
Like, yeah, and what's crazy and what our people not realizing is that they know that we look up to these celebrities as role models. So they're very strategic with who they make your role models.
Right.
Why do you think Krishan Rock and Blueface is so famous? It's a dysfunctional family. When people heard that they was having a baby, their views went up. The ratings went up. They didn't go down. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember hearing stories like people I knew closely would talk about it. Oh, she doesn't deserve to have a baby. She don't even know how to be a parent. Like got something to say, but they're amused by it. You know what I'm saying? And no matter how you looking at it, it's like you're either gonna let it influence you to be better than her, or you're going to let it influence you like, oh yeah, that's right, Krishan. You get your money, boo. Do your thing, boo. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they know about us.
Right.
Because those people have fame and money. And that's all that matters. The morality does not matter to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. But fame and fortune do. They know who to put on the TV for us.
Facts. And even that is a battle. Your money, you get all that bread, you still gonna be at war. You know what I mean? And like y'all saying, man, like not knowing that it's a fight makes you ill-equipped. You dig what I'm saying? Like if you're not preparing for it, then you're gonna get rolled on. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that it's a battlefield, you're gonna prepare. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like,
imagine the nigga calling you and say, hey, pull up. You like, all right, you got your slides on and you pull up. It's 100 niggas with boots on that came to beat your ass. You gonna be like, bro, you couldn't tell me? That's what it's like going into a marriage nowadays. You don't know what the hell you going into. You just walking in like, oh, they said this is what it's supposed to be. And when it's not like that, it go down. It go down because your expectation was set wrong. The expectation was set wrong, whether you got money or not. Because if money was the thing, then celebrities wouldn't be getting divorced too. We looking at it.
All right.
Can I ask you a question?
Broke niggas going through.
Mm-hmm.
My bad. I don't mean to.
Nah, man, it's your show too.
I just want to ask y'all a question. If y'all can expound on this.
Nah.
What is that?
No. Go ahead.
Y'all niggas assholes, bro. Now, what I was gonna say, yeah. Can y'all expound on the importance of sex? And is sex marriage?
Man, you got the bomb. You got the bomb on. Hey, listen, man, that's a bomb right there. Hold on. Jeez. All right. So
Yeah, you
I
got it.
mean,
You go ahead, man.
listen. All right. I'll put it like this, right? For one, to answer your the second half of that question, sex is absolutely marriage. Here's why. You know what I'm saying? For one, the Lord said it is. Two, there's no stronger bond you have with another human being than to be inside of each other. How can you get any closer than that? So to put it
Why
simple,
y'all be laughing, bro? Now go ahead. That's heavy though.
No, my bad. My bad.
Now, every time you laugh, I'll be laughing, bro.
My
You
bad.
hey,
got it.
my camera lagging like a mug. I'm like, these
My bad.
Nah, you got it. My bad. My bad.
all right,
Nah,
no sweat.
that's facts though. That's very
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah, it
Go
is.
ahead. Go ahead. You got it.
Any woman like you are when you inside of a woman, there's no you can't get close. Like you can be hugging, you can be kissing, all that stuff. It means something, but it doesn't mean as much as actually being inside a woman. Putting a ring on her finger means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. Why? Because that ring can be taken off. You can
Facts.
never, you can never take away being inside of a woman.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? You can never take that away. That's why the Lord made it so that when you do that act the first time, in that woman, her hymen breaks, right? Her hymen breaks and there's blood everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You can stop me if I'm going too far. But
This
you
is
know,
a kid show. I like to tell my bad.
is it though? Kids is
Nah,
going to
my
war these days.
bad.
Listen, man, when that hymen breaks, there's no reversing it. There's no reversing it. There's no
Facts.
there's no deeper connection that you can have with another person than being inside of each other. Like him being inside of her, taking him in. You know what I'm saying? There's no deeper bond in that. There's just nothing
Yeah,
you can say about it. So when you try to break that bond, you're destroying something that only God could allow. Because she can't get that hymen back.
Mm.
She can't sew that thing back up and let somebody else pop her cherry. You know what I'm saying? It only happens once in her entire lifetime. So another
Mm.
man ain't gonna come and do that. You understand? So that's who she should be with for the rest of her life. Why would she ever go and leave somebody else, get with somebody else? You know what I'm saying? And that's
yeah,
even heavy. That's even I mean, so like that's even heavy in that because a man don't have a hymen. You know what I'm saying? A man don't have a
Facts.
hymen. It's not like you can pop his cherry. Pause. No,
Hey
you
yo.
can't do that. Look, hold up. Now I see you, bro.
I knew it
Listen,
was coming though. I knew it was coming. I knew it.
you
Ah.
can't do that to a man because he don't have that ability. You know what I'm saying? So what does that mean? He not built the same as you, sis. You get that one man. If he chooses to have another wife, that's his choice. You know what I'm saying? If he chooses to have no women, that's his choice. You know what I'm saying? So sex is absolutely marriage, and you can find it in the Bible. But I'll digress. I'll let you answer the first question if you want it, Lafayette.
Nah, that was heavy. That was heavy. I like
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
the
yeah,
Facts.
yeah, definitely. Um, covenants, kind of going at the end of like what you were talking about, as far as the woman with the hymen thing, the covenants is made in blood.
Ooh,
If you really think about it, a covenant is made in blood. So
Testament.
that first that
Facts.
first that first you know initial thing is supposed to be that covenant that's supposed to be there. So to answer the
That's heavy,
question,
bro. So like it.
yeah, I
hey,
mean
I don't know. I
that's what,
don't know. That shit is mind blowing. That's
but
real.
it
That's
is,
real
you know what I mean, and that's why it's only supposed to be done once with a woman, because
shit.
a woman is only supposed to make that covenant once. She
hmm.
don't get a chance to make a whole bunch of covenants. It ain't, you know what I mean.
Damn.
She can't make a whole bunch of agreements around the city. A man can, but a woman can't make a bunch of agreements around the
Look,
city. She is supposed to be specific to her man. She don't
yeah,
have
the
the
label,
time. Yeah, she don't have the time to be making agreements with a whole bunch of niggas around the town. She just
yeah,
can't. You know what
Mm.
I
that
mean? Like,
label can sign multiple contracts. She can't. The
Mm.
artist can't.
you know what
Fact.
I mean?
And,
Like you can't
and
do that.
so what you saying, Lapiyad? Uh, a marriage is a covenant.
Definitely. It is definitely a covenant. It is an agreement. It is a contract, no matter how you want to say it, and that's why it has to be taken. So, you ever wonder why now, like in just modern world, when they give you a contract, they always say read that mother, read it carefully because you don't know what you signing. It's the same thing when you laying down with a woman or you laying down with a man. Read the contract carefully because you might not know what you signing. Yeah, you can go in and just sign it and just be like, hopefully they got my best interest. Hopefully they thinking about me in this contract. Hopefully they're gonna give me everything that I need in this contract. You don't know until you read. Until you read that. So, a lot. So a lot of us go into these, into the relationships not reading the contract, not reading the person, not seeing, what it is. So marriage is definitely sex is definitely marriage. And I would also say that sex is very important. And it's so important once you get past the covenant part. The good part about it is, and let me say this as well. God created sex for all the Christians, just so y'all could. Let me just throw that out there, and
right.
Y'all could be scared of that because Christians don't like sex. They don't. They think sex is. I don't know what they do, but for some reason they don't talk about it. They don't. You know what I'm saying? It's vile to them. But God created sex, all the feelings and all the stuff that comes with sex. He created that. That's by design. Once we make that initial covenant, you have the opportunity with that person to continuously make that covenant over and over and over again. Because you know what be happening? This is how I look at it. This ain't Bible. This is a man talking. It's one thing when you with your woman and y'all get into it or y'all have a disagreement. It seems like a disconnection or a breach of contract. Y'all got a disagreement. That contract is broken. Just within your household. You know what I'm saying? There's a disagreement. We disagree on the terms of us going forward. We disagree. But something happens, and once we say, okay, we made an agreement, this is where we go forward, then when y'all have sex, you make that agreement all over again. The agreement is constantly renewed and updated every time you have sex. Every time you renewing your contract, my nigga. You renew your contract with her every time. And that's the way she should see it as well. That's the way sex should be looked at.
Hey, y'all niggas, listen.
I don't know.
I'm glad I met y'all niggas in my lifetime, bro. Listen, that's some real nigga shit now. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't never, like, hearing it broken down like that was some powerful stuff, man, for sure. That was powerful.
I'm going to get a soundboard.
Yeah, we definitely need a soundboard.
Yeah, I got to get a soundboard.
I don't know what sound we play there.
Heavy. It's on heavy.
Heavy. John DeMarco.
Yeah. Heavy.
Yeah, so pay attention, fellas. Pay attention, women. Stop making the same mistakes your parents made, their parents made. Stop doing it, man. Just put your feet down in the ground, stand 10 toes down, 10 toes on the ground, and ride the wave, man. It's gonna be ups and downs. You gotta do it.
Too. Listen, man. Y'all women, man. If you fought for the kingdom of heaven alongside your man, one day you won't have to have your toes on the ground, like the scripture says. You know what I'm saying? Not the, I ain't gonna quote it because my head covered, but you ain't gonna have to. Your foot shouldn't even touch the floor. So to hell with being 10 toes down, and you be chilling and relaxing. You know what I'm saying? Being carried everywhere you want to go.
Right.
So, it's just something to put in your mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Put that in your noggin. You did.
Yep.
Marvel Star said this show fire. I appreciate it. Hey, big up to that newly raised officer too, man. He's a newly raised officer.
Oh, yeah, that's out of Jersey, right?
I think Atlanta.
Okay, Atlanta Brave.
Yeah, he can put it in.
Most High in Christ.
Most High in Christ. Damn right.
Congrats.
Yeah. Body not heavy hitters, man. Listen, man. Shit. Listen, I'm glad I met y'all brothers, man.
Man. I'm glad.
Change my way of thinking, man. Hey, what we got next up, y'all? Yeah, Atlanta.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Hey,
big up to that brother.
Yeah.
Right.
Make Atlanta straight again. That brother right there is making Atlanta straight again.
Make Atlanta straight again. Please.
Shit, speaking of Atlanta, did you want to go to the
Not yet. I wanted to bring out that video with Jeremy Hyman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But speaking of Atlanta, speaking of Alabama, Y'all know that situation with the brother who threw the hat. Yeah, he got
Oh yeah,
he trying to press charges on him.
press charges on him.
Mm-hmm.
On the black dude?
On the security guard dude, yeah.
Oh, I thought they said they wasn't gonna do that.
Man, well, apparently, as of yesterday, they're trying to hit him with, assault.
Dang. How he got assaulted? I don't get it. What?
Yeah,
Come on, man.
You
What
know
was it? The hat
Esau.
throw?
yeah, it had to be.
That shit was too
He
cold. They ain't
incited.
like that shit. That was
Right,
too
right,
cold.
right.
That's
This
what it
is
was.
time
Incited.
on this.
We gotta do something with that. That nigga threw up
But
the
but
signal.
you would
Like,
think,
no.
if anything, you would think they would hit him with inciting a riot, not assault, because he didn't
With the
assault
hat.
nobody. Yeah.
Esau's trying to find whatever way. You know he don't let nothing slide. You know what I mean?
Hell no.
Like he the son of Cain. You know
If
what I'm
I had
saying?
if I had to make a prediction, they probably are going to drop his charges and give him new charges.
Mm.
They're gonna try to hit him with something because they're not gonna be able to make this assault charge stick
They can't. I don't.
because it's on camera.
He got attacked, and I don't understand
Yeah.
that. I don't understand
Mhm.
that. What I supposed to do? Let him beat my head in and say, "Well, I ain't. Hell no.
That's what they
I'll do the 90 days for that."
That's what they rather you do, like them sisters, them brothers and sisters in that church in Carolina. Just sit there and take the bullets and pray for
Hell
them afterwards. You know what I'm saying? They would rather you do that, but
no.
yeah, they gonna try. I guarantee you, they gonna drop the charges, or they either going, yeah, they gonna drop the charges, and but they gonna try to hit them with something different.
Right.
They gonna hit him with the Rico.
I think they might try to hit him with inciting a riot, or something like.
I hope not. That'll be dumb to do that.
It's crazy, and what we should do when it happens, and I'm saying when, but Lord willing, it don't happen. But what we should do if it happens is, we should see that as a clear marker that there's no justice from our oppressor. We're never going to get it, and anytime we ask for, every time we get demanded or go and seek it ourselves, we're going to become the victims.
Right.
We're going to be the victim in our own victimization. You know what I'm saying? Like we coming to get justice and we're made out to be the victim. How the hell? So, slowly but surely our faith in America is going to dwindle away, which it never was no real faith anyway, but it's going to be gone soon. Nobody's going to even think America is worth fighting for in a short while.
Yeah. And it's gonna take situations like this of no justice, and it just those times it got to get harder. You know what I mean? Like pause. The times got to get harder. And people got to be, people got to be. That's the only way Black people gonna learn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the only way they're gonna learn. Because if they don't learn, you know what I mean, they're gonna stay that way. You know what I mean? Like you got to turn the fire up on them. So now with these situations with relationships. My man can't even defend himself. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get hit with a charge, even though, you know what I'm saying, he getting, beat down and assaulted at work. What he supposed to do? You know what I mean? Like, so we're gonna see more of that. We're gonna see more of that.
Yeah, man. Cause I forgot we can't say certain things, but yeah. Tutmu Blanc said job. Decipher
I was gonna
that.
say it in Hebrew. Say it in Hebrew.
Blumenau said job.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you say it in Hebrew, they really can't decipher that. Then they gotta learn a whole language.
How do you say it in Hebrew, Mike Tazar? That's
hold on 1 second.
you should bring that out on Friday, my nigga.
Yeah.
I got you. But look, it's what's the captain name over Detroit?
Captain LeBron.
Okay, Dwight. All right, so it would be Ayash Laban Hashatan.
Ayash Laban.
Hashatan.
I need it on the shirt now.
Yeah, fact. Ayash
Need it on the shirt now.
It shit rhymes too, nigga.
Yeah, that should do run. That's fire.
Oh man.
So what we got? What this video is?
This the General Mahaiman during Black Watch. Keke Palmer's baby father goes for the bag, full custody of son, child support in her house. This the one, right? This the one. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, this is about Jeremiah Hyman telling the brother Darius that he needs to file for child support for their child.
Let me know if y'all can hear it, because my TikTok be acting crazy.
Mm-hmm. Nope, can't hear it.
Can't hear it?
Nah.
I got you.
All right, let me stop it then.
Filibuster.
I don't know why mine not working, dog. What's up with that?
Hey, filibuster for a second. I got you.
TikTok just don't like when I play stuff on here for some reason. Am I shadow banned? Like, is that what that is?
Very possible.
Is that what it is?
Hit the like button, y'all. Get them likes up.
Please. Yeah. Hit the like button, share it to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All of that. All those things. Everything that they said, I'll double that. You know what I'm saying? If you already subscribed, unsubscribe and then subscribe again. Hit the bell. All right, hold on.
Create another YouTube page and subscribe all day. Everything. Keep subscribing.
A whole other account.
You already got 10 of them. What's another one?
Right.
Make sure everybody in your family subscribe. What else?
Yeah, so my TikTok don't work on here, so you're gonna have to play it, man. I don't know what that's about, but I could do if you got you got it right now. So
go ahead.
Can't believe TikTok.
Well, Ayash Laban Hashatan.
That shit is fire. I go.
No, it is though.
The brother doesn't get custody of the child. Move the child into a school around you. Then take
you can turn up the volume, Baba Kasha,
to court for child support.
I think you got
custody of the child.
Hold on, let me see. Can I?
Keke Palmer has to work a lot. She tours. The brother doesn't. Get custody of the child. Move the child into a school around you. Then take Keke Palmer to court for child support. Get custody of the child. And the judge will give you custody of the child because you will be the primary caregiver for that child, because Keke Palmer has to work. Like many of you brothers work on a truck all the time. And because you're a truck driver, some woman takes your child from you. Well, you have to take Keke Palmer's child when she's on the road. Then put Keke Palmer on child support and take, how much money could you get from Keke Palmer?
Right.
$10,000 a month.
That's right.
Get it from her. Even when her career fails, she will still have to pay $10,000 a month. I'm going to quote you what they tell you. Your ability to pay has nothing to do with your obligation to pay. Remember that quote. Then when she comes to see the child, say, you can't see your child.
That's right.
Don't let her see that child.
That's right.
Say, no, where have you been?
That's right.
You haven't been around. Go be with that nigga Usher. Right. Go be with that nigga Usher. That boy don't want to see you.
Yes.
He don't want to see you no more. And he don't want to be with you no more. And then Keke Palmer will have to see her son in McDonald's.
That's right.
She'll have to go to McDonald's.
Every other weekend.
Every other week.
And she better be there.
She better be there on time. Thank you.
You should have took that counsel, boy.
And one last thing.
Please.
Don't forget when the child comes into the house to make sure you tell her mama ain't shit.
Damn right.
Yeah, that shit was awful.
Yeah. We would have got that same thing.
Listen, and you're right. Like, he should have. Right. He said, right. Uno reversed that ass. Listen, because now he in a situation where she's getting ready to file for full custody of the child. Yeah. She actually ended up taking Jeremiah Hyman's advice. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Even though the advice was meant for Darius, her man, it was meant for him. He didn't want to listen to that advice. He having coffee with her, talking about, we working things out.
If I could, to make mention, this was before the allegations came out, right? And this was after the Usher incident and all of that. So what Itazab is speaking on is that time period between them, or what Darius should have done in this situation.
Yeah, too late. Now it's too late, man. Nah, it's too
Yeah,
late. She got footage.
yeah. She got clips of you,
She got
doing
receipts
whatever you
and
did.
she got receipts, boy.
And that's a we live in a social media age, so even for fellas out dating and doing all that stuff, man, you gotta have that camera ready, man. You just never know. You just never.
And if he would have listened to that advice, all of this would have been avoided. Because if you look at the timestamp on that screenshot,
Mhm.
it was 11. It was in November. It's in November, and this obviously came out like a month ago, 2 months ago. You know what I'm
With these
saying?
allegations?
Well, no, the whole incident with her and Usher. This
Oh,
was
her and
in
Usher?
August.
Yeah, that was a
This
while ago.
happened in August. So he had an ample amount of time to take that advice, leave her, bro. Like she being a promiscuous woman on the internet. You know what I'm saying? And in front of all
Right.
of America and abroad. You
Yeah.
this is your chance to leave, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like you have the free reign to leave now because she's
Right.
obviously being a promiscuous woman to the world. You know what I'm saying? And she's
Right.
clowning you. Like you are being a simp by Stan. And now guess what? You stayed around just long enough for her to get some type of evidence to prove that you don't deserve to be a father. And that's
Hmm.
take your child away from you.
And that's that time period you're talking about. He would literally have to be in the ISUBK to even get that, or watching our videos to even get that sound advice.
Mm,
Because when men are in that situation, they ain't never thinking about going to court to get custody. Like we generally don't think that. And
mm-hmm.
and then in those situations, even if we feel like, okay, we about to break up or we about to get a divorce or it's about to be some issues, you think that, okay, this gonna be a time where we go this far and then at some point we're gonna come back. But what ends up happening is you end up going way further, and now you got the court involved. Now she want full custody. We don't think to go to the court to do that type of stuff. He would literally have to be in here to get that sound advice to do all those things. Because otherwise, you just thinking that, yeah, we're gonna fight, we might get a divorce, I'll come see the kids. But them women, when it comes down to that money and it comes down to to this whole scenario, they get with them courts and they get
Mm-hmm.
right by they get right behind. Because listen, you signed them when you got married. Here's the part that's messed up. When you get married, I don't want to say officially, but when you get married with the state, right? When you go that route, because sex is marriage, really. But when you
Mm-hmm.
go to signing those papers, you signing your marriage over to the state. They own your marriage now. How do you know that? People say, no, the state don't own my marriage. Yes, they do. Because of the fact that once it's time to divorce, they divide your stuff. They tell who get what. They do that stuff. Who could get the kids? They make the decisions based on who do what when you get them involved. So, I mean, again, when somebody call the police, they make the other person leave. Like they're in control of that relationship. And all we saying is you don't have to go that route. You have people. You have that where you could get counseling to where you can not have them involved. Because once they get involved, they don't give a damn about the family. The lawyers get paid to do what they do. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's a dirty game. It's a dirty game. It's a dirty
And
game.
I could too, like to back up what you're saying, like men, we not the type to go and file child support against our woman, right? Let alone call the police on them when they commit violence on us. Because I'm pretty sure there's plenty of brothers that can attest to it. Men get put into situations. We were just talking about this earlier. Men get put into situations like this all the time where they're attacked by their woman and they either have to defend themselves, leave, or fight back. You know what I'm saying? And it happens all the time. But what you never
Yeah.
see is the man who left or defended himself calling the police. You gotta learn to call the police if you're being attacked. If you can't protect yourself, call the police. You would do it to other people. If somebody attacked you and you couldn't defend yourself, what are you doing? You calling the police.
Right.
If you can defend yourself, you still should call the police. Like let's say you defend yourself against an armed robber. You know what I'm saying? You disarm him and neutralize the threat. What do you do next? You call the police.
Yeah.
Listen, man, your life is in danger. Your safety is in danger. Don't be afraid to call the police on this woman because that could protect your life. Now, here's a better option. Call the ISUPK.
Mm-hmm.
That's the better option.
And learn how to deal.
Yeah. Before you in the
Right.
situation where you have to call the police, call the ISUPK.
Right. And if you out there, it's some brothers out there that now again we talking about the rule, you know what I'm saying, the general rule, because generally men don't do that. Now, is there some instances where some dudes will abuse the law for their sake? I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure it's some one-off situations that does happen in. Generally speaking, we don't really hear it in our community where we doing that. But if you don't learn how to deal, this for the men, right? If you do not learn how to deal with a woman, if you're not taught properly, you will mess it up. You will mess it up because it is a job to deal with a woman. And if you do that job wrong, you can cause a lot of damage to that woman, not knowing what you're doing. Again, the cartoons and the movies make it seem like it's just it's just a instant of things that happen and then you just kind of go through. No, you have to be trained to do what you do. Not the natural stuff will happen. Don't get me wrong, but there's certain things and pitfalls that you have to be trained to go through so you can have a good relationship. But if you're just out here just having sex with anything and just picking this woman just because of these, vanity reasons, you know what I mean? Like stuff that don't mean nothing, you know what I mean? Like you bound to make that mistake, you know what I'm saying? And at that point, you're the leader, Black man, Hispanic man, Native man, you the leader. So, if that household is falling down, you the one that got to take the blunt for that. You in charge of that. So, you got to choose wisely, man. Make your job easy.
Yeah.
It
never be easy, but it could be easier.
It could be easier. You know what I'm saying? I know the scripture talk about dwelling in the attic versus living in the house with a contentious woman. You know what I mean?
Right. Nah, it goes to proper management. To put it, if I could put it in that terms, like you are in control. You're the head of that household. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you got to know what works within that household. You get what I'm saying? Like some things may work in this scenario or some things may not work in that scenario. That's up to you to understand that and know how to operate, as that. You know what I'm saying? As the leader, like a head coach would do, or or a good manager of a job or for a company or whatever. You dig what I'm saying? Like, like y'all was saying, like you have to know what to do in those situations. You know what I mean?
Right. Imagine coming into a relationship knowing all this right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I would have known. You know what I'm saying? I was married when I was young, but I wish I would have known at 22. I got when I was initially married, I got married at 22 years old. I didn't have.
So if you don't know,
I don't know what that was.
If you don't know, man, y'all don't know what it was. Listen, if you don't know, the stream just ended for Cross the Line, so you want to go to War as Usual to continue watching the podcast. Most High Christ. War as Usual on YouTube. That's where we at.
It's too late now.
They already go. They got a countdown. They thought that was it.
All right,
they still across the line. They don't hear nothing you say right now.
They checking their phone to see if their internet went out.
if you build it, they will come.
Where they go?
Oh man, I'll play.
It will come.
You can't just drop a countdown in front of a black man. That can mean so many things. I didn't know what was happening. I was like, oh, I'm ready, Lord. It is I, your faithful servant. Nigga, you got 30 seconds to get it together.
Oh, you thought your house was about to come on the line?
Something, you know what I mean? Like he's about to come on the live. He's about to jump in on the
You got a countdown for that, man.
countdown, boy. I can. Hey, side note, can I say this though? This off the topic. Christ is a Judite. You got to know that when he returns, it's gonna be big.
Yeah,
you got to know. It's probably gonna be horns and timpanis and all type of stuff. You know what I mean? 808s, all type of stuff. Like you gonna know the whole earth got to shake. You know what I'm saying? You know how the trunk shake when you got the sounds? The whole earth got to shake when Christ returns. That's just what it is. That's a song. That's a song. That's a song.
215.
I'm glad I thought.
15. What you say? You glad you thought of it? Niggas, boy.
Hey.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, that should go. You know, it got a bump too. Like,
yeah, you already know.
Yeah.
You already know.
Holla at my boy.
Yes.
But what you were saying, Lapia, you were saying, you know, you married at 22. Oh, you forgot?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was married at 22, and I just wish that I had somebody that could tell me some of those pitfalls. You know what I'm saying? When you marry young, you just kind of go through it, because in the black household, especially like you raised in church, they still don't tell you, and I said this earlier, but they still don't tell you about what you're gonna go through. So you just kind of learn. But if you know, most marriages when they're young like that, starting off, if they have someone to tell them about the pitfalls, about what you got to go through, and just a constant counseling, and that's what has to happen. You know, couples need to, you know, they need counseling consistently in the early stages. You know what I'm saying? Not just we went to a couple counsel sessions and now we got it. No, you're going to need counsel sessions in every aspect of your life, because when you married at 22, marriage is not the same at 22 as it is at 32. It ain't the same at 35. It ain't the same at 40. It's not the same at 50, because both of y'all have changed. The dynamic of your relationship has changed. So you need someone with the experience to tell you how to navigate through this, man. Come on. They ain't telling us nothing. We just winging it. You know what I'm saying? We just winging it. You know what I mean? Nobody knows what happens to a man's psyche when he turns 35, when he can't, you know, play football no more, and he's feeling depressed, or he can't find a job. A lot of women ain't taught how to deal with that. So what they saying? Get your lazy ass up. You don't want to do nothing. This man is depressed right now. He don't know how to function, and now you hear, you know, spitting venom at him. You know, of course he don't want to come back. He want to leave out the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, she having issues. You don't know how to deal with it. You lazy bitch. What's wrong with you? You ain't did your hair. She going through something. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be able to, you know, identify that. You know what I'm saying? Diagnosis, prognosis. You got to be able to be that. You got to be her doctor. You got to be able to do that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm done with it, man. I ain't gonna keep going on with that.
Nah, that's facts, man. That's facts.
Going on
so straight up.
I'm glad you brought up that wisdom of Solomon earlier too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that brother, he what he did, he was like, all right, bring the baby here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about.
if this is your baby, then let's cut him in half. And whoever, you know, basically his idea was, if you cut the baby in half, the real mother would, you know, rather give up the baby than to see it cut in half.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? But he had that wisdom to know, like, you know, this woman who's not the mother, she's just selfish and wants everything. You know, she's not gonna say nothing. The real mother would rather see her baby given to somebody else than to see it cut in half. Also, another situation where what happened? He was like, "Oh, drink this." Was that Solomon? He's like, "Drink this concoction, and if your belly rots away, then that means
that's the priest. Come.
You was committed infidelity with your husband."
Right. Imagine that type of decision making, man.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That type of wisdom you standing before, and they got the mindset to be able to determine, you know what I'm saying, when you lying or not, and you know, just that type, man. Especially, I would have loved to have been there to see him say, "Cut that baby in half," and just, you know what I'm saying, like that would have been crazy to see.
And if I may, at that point is when it mentioned as well that they all feared Solomon because they knew the Lord was with him. Like
Mhm.
by
Yeah.
that decision making, they
Right.
knew like, all right, the Lord is with this brother. You dig what I'm saying? He wasn't on
Yeah.
no like, well, guys, let's just get along. He said, you know what?
Right.
Cut the baby in half.
Mm-hmm.
And they was like, oh shit, God, the Lord.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You get a piece and you get a piece.
Yeah,
Everybody gets a
y'all both want the baby, right? That's
Right.
how we gonna handle it. You can cut it in half.
Yeah.
Give her the. I guess you can get the top half. You get the part that you gotta change every night,
Man.
every hour.
That's cold blooded. That's cold blooded right there.
Facts.
I know they was in that mud like Solomon tripping. What is he talking about?
Yeah, he would have
And
done
then
it
when
too.
it happened, he was like, "Oh, that was so cold. That was so cold."
God. His guards
Yeah.
would have done it too. They would have done it. Yeah, he a king.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he was
Whatever
ready.
he says,
He
go.
was ready.
He wouldn't have held back at all.
Took that baby out her arms, probably pulled that knife back. She was like, you know what? No, just she got it.
You got it. She got
There
it.
she go. That's her. That's her right there. Give her the baby. Cut her in half. I'm not saying that's what happened in the story. I'm just saying, like, if I was king, that's probably what would happen.
You had to cut it in half.
Yeah, I'd be like, see, now you gotta go now. Now we gonna cut you in.
You waste my time.
You wasted my time. You know that wasn't your baby. Come on, man.
That's the wisdom that's in the Bible though. Like and,
Yeah.
and it just it really peed. Well, I ain't really peed. I really don't care. But it's kind of frustrating that your people who the Bible is written for look at it like it's some type of fairy tale book or fantasy book, fictional book, or it was some history about white people.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, as wise as black people are, you really think that they were saying stuff like this back then? You think your oppressor, the Ooga Booga man, you thought he was saying, cut the baby in half and we'll see who really the mother is. No, he wasn't that wise.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't
Yeah.
about them. This is about us. We sent them to the moon. You really think this is about them? We came up with the GPS system. You think this is about them? We came up with all the greatest inventions on the earth. And all they invented was the patenting company.
Right.
And you think the Bible is about them. You should evaluate yourself. Stop seeing yourself as the slave all the time. Stop seeing yourself as the less fortunate all the time. You know what I'm saying? You're only less fortunate now because you disregarded this book.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they picked up the book and now they rule over you.
Right.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they doing. You know what I mean? Like
Yo.
El Laban, El Shaitan.
Yeah, no.
Facts.
It's Ayan. I mean, Ayash Shaitan. Ayash Laban. Hashatan.
He said El Laban.
El Laban. And this is speaking Spanish and Hebrew.
That shit sounded like Spanish. Man.
Put Spanish. He put Spanish and Asian Hebrew together.
That's Hebrew.
El Laban. Ayash.
Niggas speaking Hebrew.
Oh man. Spam brew. That's what he's speaking. Spam brew.
My bad.
Hebrew, nigga.
What's the next
Damn, bro.
topic, man? What we talking about?
We got post of the day, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the post of the week.
You want to do that now? Or you want to do something different?
No, I could jump into it now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, might as well knock it out. But it is definitely the post of the week. Let me go and bring that up right here. Y'all know what it is.
Hey,
Y'all know what it is.
shout out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don Juan DeMarco.
Can't hear it though.
Can't hear it. Oh, stop it. Don't tell me.
You gotta.
Oh, we had this last time.
You got a Windows.
It's something crazy, bro.
You got the Windows computer.
Windows.
Yeah. You got Logitech, nigga.
Logitech. I got a game computer. I'm on a Nitro.
See, I'm a nerd. I don't think anybody even understood that joke.
I did.
Yeah, that's a nerd joke. You got to be a nerd to get that joke.
I did. But I I don't understand why it ain't playing on my, but
Oh,
we'll figure it out.
Stop shaking his head like, yeah.
Hey, you like it? I love
Yeah, okay.
it.
Okay, cool.
Hold on, let me figure it out. It'll let me play my YouTube, I think.
You about to go Google. How many of y'all Googling Logitech right now?
Put it in the chat. You Google
Right.
Logitech.
Logitech. Let me see. I can pull that up.
You about to get in 3 minutes. You about to get laugh emojis. Watch, niggas gonna be laughing. I get it now. Ha ha. Oh man, we got dead air, man. Come on. All right, so look, here's the thing, right? I ain't gonna filibuster. I'm gonna talk to y'all about some real stuff right now, right? All right, you did. Everybody listening? Listen to my voice. You hear me? Am I coming through clear? Turn me up in my headphones. No, for real. Turn me up. I can't hear myself. All right, so check. All right. Hold on. Let me get some water. Some wine. You know, Jesus turned water into wine.
I don't like the way this look on here, though. I ain't gonna lie.
What is that? Oh shoot! I was gonna go into my whole. Okay, anyway, well he got the video, so nah, we good. Let's go.
Hopefully it play. See if y'all can hear it, man. Cause
if not,
Shalom Israel. ISUP State Florida coming to you to invite you to the Florida Cookout. So come down in the middle of December. It's December 21st through the 23rd. There is a 0% chance of snow. Come out for some good
0%.
food, good brotherhood, Southern hospitality. Come kick it with the brothers in Florida. Hope to see y'all there. This is the ISUP Canada Commanding General Yohana. Shalom.
We gon' make the whole hood rock. I'm from Florida where niggas known for being Glock 9 told us no hoses. We draw that shit from our drawers like we supposed to. Landed the soldiers, but we surrounded by death and vultures. Way too many of my niggas end up on t-shirts and posters. You might be in harm's reach if you step on the nigga sneaks in the city of Palm Beach, so you better get 6 feet. No corona, but
one more time. Let it run one more. One more time.
Sir. Florida coming to you to invite you to the Florida Cookout. So come down in the middle of December. It's December 21st through the 23rd. There is a 0% chance of snow. Come out for some good food, good brotherhood, Southern hospitality. Come kick it with the brothers in Florida. Hope to see y'all there. This is the ISUP Canada Commanding General Yohana. Shalom.
We gon' make the whole hood rock. I'm from Florida where niggas known for being Glock 9 told us no hoses. We draw that shit from our drawers like we supposed to. Landed the soldiers, but we surrounded by death and vultures. Way too many of my niggas end up on t-shirts and posters. You might be in harm's reach if you step on the nigga sneaks in the city of Palm Beach, so you better get 6 feet. No corona, but
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Florida Cookout, man. That shit gonna be lit.
Cookout.
0%. 0% chance of snow.
0.
You know what I mean? Good food.
You never heard those chances.
Straight up.
0% chance.
0%.
Ocean Reef Park, Riviera Beach, Florida, December 21st to the 23rd. Make your arrangements now. You understand? Listen, it's gonna be the only place in the earth that's not snowing. So
might be. Might be.
What I mean?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Because it's been overcast like a mug down here. Like I ain't just looking like Detroit right now during this time. I'm like, any moment now it's gonna be some snow flurries.
Nah, listen, man. Like I was, I'm hearing it's snowing in Chicago right now.
Yeah.
Well, probably not today, but like, Anyway.
Definitely come down for the cookout. You know what I mean? You know the cookout gonna be fire because the promo looked like a Tubi movie. You know it's gonna be hardcore. So
you said a promo like a Tubi movie.
Like a Tubi movie about to come on, bro. You know the Tubi movies be good when they got that city shot, when they got that pan and city shot. Oh,
what's that dude name? What's that dude name?
Good. Murder Pain.
Yeah, you better get with
Detroit's finest.
Yeah. That's why low key. That's why you made the song Pain. We know.
Oh.
Hey, Murder Pain got Tubi on lock. I ain't gonna hold you. He got the best movies on Tubi.
Yeah, he do.
Dude.
Yeah, it's you can get a movie on there, man. Listen, I done seen some movies on Tubi. If I could just segue into that real quick, I done seen some movies on Tubi. Well, I'm definitely sure they recorded the movie with a flip phone and put that mug on there. The movie it wasn't even a full length movie. Well, I think anything over 15, 20 minutes considered full length, but it was like 30 minutes of a flip phone movie that they had on there. You know what I'm saying? But it's getting exposure. So
It's a short
listen,
film.
we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna shoot a War as Usual movie and put that on there for Tubi. I'm
This
down
is
with that.
facts.
I'm ready to do that.
We got
Hey,
the
if I
men.
may,
Mm-hmm.
during the cookout, man, we should have a damn. Of course, I'm sure y'all gonna have your whole, production crew out there, but we should have a section cornered off, a station, sort of say, motherfuckers come through, man, and just sit down and chop it up with us, like rotation.
Say
You know
less.
what I mean? Yeah, I
Say
mean.
less. Say less. Say less.
So
I'm
if
gonna be
you
on it.
if you
I know
if you
exactly what you're saying.
so if you planning on being at the cookout, man, guess what? You can definitely come kick it with the War as Usual cast. You know what I'm saying? Ask questions, answer questions, get a shout out, all that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have t-shirts on deck, merch on deck, so come through. Yeah.
Ooh-wee. War as Usual merch.
War as Usual merch.
Oh. And that's special because I ain't even got no merch yet. So,
You will by the cookout. You will by the time cookout.
We all gonna be surprised.
Nigga, this is the first time we all heard about this shit.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm gonna get my shirt just when y'all get y'all shirt.
Yeah, right. You about to be fresh to death, boy.
Yes. But yeah, we definitely got to do that. Yeah, come out, sit down with us, talk with us, break bread with us. You know what I'm saying? Blacks, Hispanics, and natives. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, go eat somewhere else.
We do not feed you here.
Nah, we don't.
What's the next topic?
Andre 3 Stacks.
Stacks.
What y'all think?
Yeah, we can
What's
talk
the
about
next
that.
topic?
I'm cool with that.
You outrank him.
Nah, I mean, I'm just saying, if you had something else.
Whatever, I'm with whatever.
You outrank Andre. He 3 stacks and you 5.
Listen, the Hebrew, I'm gonna tell y'all a story. The Hebrew Academy.
Go ahead.
I was in the everybody been. Well, I'll just say this, right? It was a section where it was a part where we had to do a little part or whatever, and the trainers that was there, it was it was Captain Goodall, and he was saying like, "Hey y'all, look, it's Andre 3000." He was talking about me. Like, hey, don't you look like Andre 3000?
Yeah, I don't know what it is though, but you do got that Andre 3000 look. Then you also got the what's the other dude? Why is Dave? The rapper, the other rapper dude. You know who I'm talking about. You know exactly who I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Big
Help me out. Nah.
Who that?
Hey, the one to be with he was on Kanye the bro.
Pusha T.
Pusha T, bro. That's
definitely Pusha T bars.
Tell me.
You got the motherfucker when you got the box braids or whatever.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
But this guy's about to drop an album this Friday. And I do want to mention too as well. Lil Yachty said that the rap game is trash now. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully with this album that's dropping Friday,
Yachty is trash.
Andre 3000 can bring some new light, man. What y'all think? What y'all think about this?
I hope so.
Well, the caveat is that it ain't a rap album.
Facts. Oh yeah, that is true.
So it is a flute album.
Oh my.
He's going to be playing the flute on this album. Am I wrong? Is he not?
Nah, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
And he said it ain't no rapping on there, it ain't no singing on there. It's just him playing the flute, bro. I don't know. Listen, I fuck with Andre 3000, but my man's turning into Peter Pan. That's all I'm saying. Like I don't know. I don't know. He giving off Pied Piper vibes.
Did y'all see the memes motherfucker was making for that shit, bro?
Yes.
I'm so out the loop. I don't know. I didn't even know there was an album in the making.
Bro, all I'm saying is, man, why our heroes got to go out sideways, bro? They always got. Now listen, it might be nice, you know what I'm saying, if you like playing the flute, I guess. I've never sat down and listened to a flute for I can't remember when I've ever listened to a flute. But for that to be on a rap album, I don't know.
So what do y'all think? Do y'all think the rap game is in a bad state now? Because the thing is, a lot of female rappers are coming up on the rise, and they saying that females is taking over. You know what I'm saying? But overall, what would y'all say? How the rap game is looking like now?
Shillelagh head.
Yeah, this nigga tripping. This nigga.
Bro, he ain't been right. He ain't been right ever since Erykah Badu, man. He said Squidward.
Bro, my dude, bro. But golly, what, man? And he made that himself. He burned those holes himself.
Hey, listen, I'm not gonna get
look
over
at
it. Hold on.
That ain't no real fluke.
This nigga just said he looked like Squidward, and now I can't unsee it.
Bro, Shillelagh head ass. That's him.
Oh, F is for friends who do stuff together head ass.
You know what I'm saying, man? What the hell? Make my own flute head ass.
Nigga. That nigga, that shit like that shit like it can catch jellyfish.
Yeah, he burned the hose himself. That's how you see how they all off. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't just go and buy that.
He fell asleep with his joint in his hand and it burnt a hole in it. And he's like, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna make this to a flute.
You know how
black what is called New Blue Sun?
They make it seem like it's fact and shit.
Yeah, right.
How you know, Lop? He really made that shit by himself.
Look at it. You ever seen a flute? You ever seen a flute that's professionally made? They don't look like that. That's a handmade flute, bro. He took he made that.
Damn.
He made that. I listen, I don't know because I didn't look it up, but I guarantee you, when we dive into this happening, he gonna say he made his own flute. People that really, if he playing the flute for a whole album, he better make his own damn flute. I know that.
literally. Like, yeah, that better be part of the story. Like, yeah, I made this flute myself.
That's funny, bro. That is funny. Like it.
He made that. That's he about to have niggas with overalls and flutes, bro. We all going sideways, nigga. Ain't that the flute from Mario 3? Come on, man.
I'm surprised he's not wearing those big red boots with that silly ass outfit.
He got the hat. He wearing the hat. Listen, I fuck with Andre, bro. I fuck with Andre. I feel bad saying what I'm saying, but he can't give me content like this. He can't do this.
The shit around his neck, ain't that the shit that the women be wearing around their belly?
What? Them beads.
Yeah, them bead things, maybe.
What they got going on, man? Look at this nigga wristband. Listen, bro. Listen, it's not.
Listen, he always been kind of, you know what I'm saying, with his dress. It's been different. You know what I mean? It ain't been nothing that looks suspect. But the flute and the flute album is just throwing niggas for a loop. We need bars. You know what I'm saying? We don't need the treble clef. You know what I'm saying? We don't need that right now. We don't need
now. I will give him the benefit of the doubt.
Hey, hold on. If I may, y'all got to get this man his props for that excellent joke. You know, we need bars, not a treble clef. This is a man that knows music.
Yeah.
I was laughing.
Take him a minute to get
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Like, I just don't know. I'm over my head. Dude. All right, see.
Nah, but
somebody said stall him out. Go ahead.
Now, what's the treble clef? What's that? My bad. That's why I don't know.
There we go. See, what that's what we're doing around here. Let's get up the screen.
Yeah, you can. Oh, I thought you was gonna pull up a treble clef.
Oh shit, I can do that.
Yeah, pull up a treble clef if you could, please. I can break it down to him. But basically, it's how you read music. You know what I mean? On the treble clef, it's broken down into five lines and 4 spaces.
We need bars.
Oh, okay. Like where the notes is on.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said we need bars. That's an excellent joke. Oh my god, I can't get over it.
Now listen. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt though, because he's saying that it's a instrumental album, right? Mm-hmm. And there have been good instrumental albums that been put out, by black people. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, that's what it is.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the treble clef. The lines It's broken up in 5 lines and 4 spaces, right? So the lines is starting from the top is E, G, B, D, F. And the way you remember that is every good bird does fly. That's how you remember that, right?
Okay.
So when you see the note on the line, you know to play an E, you know to play G, you know to play D, you know what I'm saying? That's how you learn. The spaces in between is F-A-C-E, face. That's how you remember, right? So that's basically the treble clef. There we have it.
Hey, there you go. You learn something new. You know what I mean? You learn something new every day.
Hey, look, UPK is full of people who know things. I don't
Right.
y'all think we just stand on the corner all day and just talk about the Bible. We know about everything.
Yeah, that's a shirt. We know about everything.
We know about
You know
everything.
what, I ain't gonna tell you all my ideas.
We got some real musicians out here. Listen.
Yeah.
Listen, even like that, even by knowing that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could be a person that can drop an instrumental type of or orchestrated type of album. Because this cat, what's his name? My life in the sunshine. Roy Ayers. That's
Roy
kind
Ayers,
of his lane. You dig what I'm saying? And he plays the xylophone, whatever that John is. Where you know the you know what I'm saying, and that's like his instrument of choice. You get what I'm saying? So maybe he can incorporate something like that with the flute, where he has a whole bunch of other instruments behind the flute, and the flute is the main. And you know, who knows?
No, on some real stuff though. I play live music. I read music. I play the piano. I play the drums. Right. So if he really kicking on that mug, then I'm a fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? If they really getting down, it's a real jam session. Like I can fuck with that. But if he get on there and I just don't want this to be a situation where he bugging and ain't nobody around him to tell him he bugging. That's what I don't want. I don't want him to go out like that. I don't want him to get up there, you know, and they like, bro, this is trash. And like, why ain't nobody tell y'all?
Now,
why ain't nobody around you say, bro, this is trash, bro? Don't do it.
Now,
you know?
if I may, right, in the I hope I'm not cutting nobody off. They want to speak, but in the realm of artistry and music making, if this came out in a time where he had rap albums on the market, then I would understand this, because it's like you want to be diverse with your music, right? But we in a time where we have been deprived from new Andre shit, and to get an album where Andre is not vocally on the album is disappointing. This would be a great album if he was putting out other projects. I think it would be dope. It would be a good way to cater to the different worlds of music. You know what I'm saying? Like think about it. This type of album would be great as a soundtrack to somebody's movie or to their matter of fact, we in the age of social media. These tracks might be good for TikToks and Reels. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a market for it, but it's just like for it to come from Andre and then we don't get nothing else is a little bit disheartening for the real Andre fans.
If you could, are you able to pull up the track list?
Yes.
Yeah, you can pull up the track list.
I mean, even if we pull up the track list, like I don't know what. I just got to see it. I got to see the track list. I got to see what it's
like. This is one track name on there that kind of, I guess that explains why it's not a rap album, why he hasn't been dropping rap. You know what I mean? But
I was gonna say that too. Yeah, because I remember seeing an interview with him when they was asking him about that, and he was saying like he said he didn't have the motivation or something like that. I don't know if that was directly what he said, but he was saying something about like he just wasn't feeling it, and I can understand that because I go through that. You know what I'm saying? Like as somebody who makes music, I'm not like how like some of these people who could just go in the studio and just say words, right? Like you could just go in there and just make a song just because you know how to put words together. You can't do that. You know, every artist can't do that. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Bruh, I don't like this track list.
What it got going on?
I don't even want to repeat some of the stuff that's on this track list. I don't even want to try to repeat what's on this track list.
Yeah.
Michael Love, the album's out on Friday. Just want to say that. Album out on Friday.
I'm gonna tune in.
Look, Freaky Friday. Yeesh. All right, you want me to read it? I will
What
if
is
I'm.
it?
Oh God, he's saying he wants me to read it. Okay. The new
I can't even
soundtrack.
see.
It says, oh yeah, it's kind of hard to see, so I gotta read it. All right, no problem. For my brothers, New Blue Sun track listing. I swear, I really wanted to make a rap album, but this is literally the way the wind blew me this time. Pause.
All right, so he was
That's track
tossed to
one.
and fro. I get it. With every wind and doctrine, I get you.
Pause. He was blown. Anyway, two. The slang word CUSSY rolls off the tongue with far better ease than the proper word vagina. Do you agree?
That's a track title, bro.
That's a track title.
Listen, he on them. He on that good. I don't know. He on that.
Yeah, that mother gonna be going crazy.
Hey, look, I guess he couldn't put lyrics. I guess he couldn't put the lyrics in the song, so he made the lyrics the title.
Man.
All right. Do you agree?
Not probably. Do you agree? He asking you a question.
So at the end of that song, we're gonna answer that question. Like, yeah, he right. Ain't no word. The flute don't say it all.
Who says vagina?
Man.
Your
health teacher.
Yeah. Your gynecologist. Do you agree?
Your primary care physician.
Yeah. That weird guy that always looks at you outside your window.
Oh, wow.
That night in Hawaii when I turned into a panther and started making these low register purring tones that I couldn't control. Shit was wild.
Listen, we need an episode of we talk about the pussy power that Erykah Badu holds, bro. We need a whole full episode of what's going on.
What is going on in that vortex?
Crazy.
Nigga went into the vortex and never came out the same. Wow. Okay, track 4. Bipolar disorder. Daughter wears a 3000 TM button down embroidered. What? Bipolar disorder. Daughter. Bipolar disorder's daughter wears a 3000 trademark button down embroidered. All right, moving on.
So she buy a lot of polo?
A 3000 TM button down embroidered polo, I guess. But yeah, bipolar disorders. Okay, first track 5. 93 till Infinity and Beyonce.
I like that track, 93 to Infinity. If they playing that, because that 93 to Infinity track is fire.
Yeah.
That track is fire. Like I always wanted to do like a
he might do
like a cipher for that one, but if he gonna play it on the flute, if he gonna play it on the flute, then maybe it's gonna be fire. I don't know. I don't even like saying it, but it is what it is.
That would be dope though. I ain't gonna front. That would be dope.
And I know he still got it, man, because the verse he dropped on the song with Kanye, man, that verse is cold. The one with DMX at the end. Oh man.
Yeah, life of the party.
Life of the party. Oh my God, bro. He went crazy on that. Easy.
Wow. Okay. John D. Dalai Lama, your Lord and Savior, JC, Jesus Christ, / Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer, and John Wayne Gacy. I'm guessing he's comparing saints to demons, devils.
And for people who don't know, John Wayne Gacy is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. If y'all didn't know that, Leatherface.
I thought John Wayne Gacy was the clown guy.
That's what it's based off. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is based off that.
Oh.
It ain't really happened in Texas. It ain't none of it. It's based off that story.
But it is based off the true story. It is.
Well, so what? They embellished, but it ain't done.
Every time I see that in a movie based on a true story and it's a horror movie, bro, it makes the horror movie that much more scary. When I was a kid, that is. When I was a kid, and I watch a horror movie and it would say
Yeah.
based on a real story, it made me realize, damn, this could happen in real life.
Yeah.
So seeing Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I'm like, bruh, this is going on in the world for real?
Yeah.
That shit
Yeah,
do happen, man. You know,
it was dark, traumatizing.
Isha Laban
Nope.
Shaitan, bro. You know what I mean?
Ayash.
Ayash.
We gonna get it. We gonna get it.
We gonna get it,
Yeah,
man.
you got it.
I do want to say what Michael Love said is this has to be a jazz type album. For his sake, I hope so. I
Yeah.
do
Or
fuck with the
blues.
jazz genre though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's some good jazz artists that's out there that's dropping heat. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
It's probably more on the lines of blues, be it that it's called New Blue Sun and it's with a flute. Jazz is more like bass guitar, uh, stuff like that. And
I'm gonna be honest. Because it's a flute, I think it's gonna be along the lines with a bass guitar because I can't really hear a flute. I mean, I can, but a flute with a lead guitar and some jazz all day.
well, he can
I
definitely
ain't gonna
go.
like that. This nigga doing Bobby Blue Bland impression.
Yeah,
Nah,
you know what?
I hope it's
will tell you
jazz. I
this.
hope it's jazz type.
I will tell you this: it's going to be highly anticipated because people want to see what the hell he gonna do.
Yeah,
So
I don't want to see him flop though. I don't want to see it fail. I want that shit to be good.
I hope so. But here's the thing: like, it might flop as far as rap.
Mainstream.
Yeah, like main genius idea. This is a genius idea. It's the same way I seen how Beyonce did the whole like that techno type of music or whatever the hell it was, go-go music. When she dropped the
Yeah.
go-go album, it was a smart move in that there's another industry that needs Beyonce. And she can pave that way. She can now do her pop shit and do her go-go shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I think it comes to that thing where Slaki, go ahead.
No, you got it. My bad.
No, I was gonna say I think it comes to too like what type of music you do, like especially like for like a rapper. At the end of it all, I think it comes down to the love. You know what I'm saying? Like when you love music, you know what I mean? Like you just do it. You stop doing it like when you, I guess when you young, you do it because it's like you trying to do what's popping. You trying to get out there, but then after so long, it's just like I just love music, so you just do it for the love. So that may cause you to put the mic down and pick up a flute. It may cause you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just so happen to be the reverse because I started playing instruments and then started rapping. But now that I rap, it's like I'd rather be playing instruments. You know what I mean? It just happened that way.
Yeah, kind of like, and that's what makes it art. You know what I mean? If you don't feel like rapping, then don't do it. You know what I mean? Like if you feel like rapping, then express what you really feel at that moment. You know what I mean? And I was gonna say too, like themed albums. Like I really like themed albums. Like like Isis I was mentioning with Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really that's not my type of vibe. I didn't really listen to the album, but she has a whole theme behind it. You dig what I'm saying? Like she has where it's supposed to look like. She has the aesthetics that go with it and everything, the sound, you know what I'm saying? She has a whole theme behind it. And Kanye West does that a lot. Like he will drop albums with a whole theme of it. You know what I'm saying? It's not all over the place. So
a dark and beautiful
I think that's cool
fantasy.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah. Mark. And Jesus, all that, you know what I mean? That shit was dope, man. You know what I mean? Like, so I think hopefully he can pull it off. If he does it right, he can drop some heat, man.
Yeah, and if I could, I want to if I could say this, I know we only got a couple minutes, but I was gonna say, and two, I think like some of the older rappers or people who make music, like I kind of got a bone to pick with them because I'm like, y'all leaving us out on the island. Like I get it. It may not be what's I think Nas is the only one that's really even at this point like trying to like put out music. Some other people that's older too. But I'm just saying, like, don't leave your fan base. You know what I'm saying? I know you may not be what the young kids want, but none of us want that. You know what I'm saying? They don't even want that music after so long. But don't leave us, because I still want to hear, you know what I'm saying? Like, if Jay-Z still keep dropping Jay-Z, why not? You know what I'm saying? You still got fans out here that want to hear what you got to say now. I get what you said in the blueprint, but what are you saying right now, my nigga? Like, what about the niggas that's been listening to you all the way up to now? I guess you feel like we grown enough, we can handle it. I still want the good music. You know what I mean? Like, you gonna turn me over to some of these, turn me over to the music for that I don't really fuck with. You know what I mean? So Keep dropping, man. It ain't no age limit. That's another thing too. Like black people make you feel like when you black, a certain, we the only people that do that with our music. You start rapping, you start getting up in age, you get into your 30s and your 40s. They're like, oh, you shouldn't be rapping no more. You need to. Somebody put a post like that. I was gonna make that the post of the week, but that should kind of bother me. But they put that. They be like, we don't need no more rappers. It's funny as hell. Yeah, we don't need no more rappers. We need electricians.
Yo.
And I always look at that and be like, man, shut up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna rap until the day I can't rap no more. Man. Like,
listen, people don't really realize that rap is it's a skill. Like, it's really a skill. Like, the way, like, that's how you know Shakespeare and all these cats, they had to be black. Beethoven, Shakespeare. It's really like poetry with rhythm behind it. Like, you have to put words together in a poetic way that most people can't do. Like, that takes skill, bro. That takes a lot of skill.
And especially to put it to a track, but also too when you have metaphors, similes, double entendres, all of that. You know what I mean? Like, that is a skill, and everybody can't do that. You know what I mean? And I think that's the part that right now more people are going on the wave of cadence. You know what I'm saying? You ain't really got to be saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? And so I know for myself, if I listen to too much of what's now, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll clog my mind on, the type of music I like. You know what I mean? I'll start trying to mimic that. And once I feel myself trying to mimic that, then I was like, nah, I'd rather have 100 fans that like my music than for me to convert over just to have a bunch of niggas that's going to like me today and hate me tomorrow. You know what I mean? Or don't really fuck with my shit, or I don't really fuck with the music that I make. You know what I'm saying? That got to be a horrible feeling. Like, I make music that I don't even want to listen to. It's horrible.
I dig that. So if I may, if we got time, that goes back to my question, man. Do y'all think the rap game is trash now? What is the state of hip hop?
The rap game, I gotta say, I tread lightly on that because I don't want to shit on people trying to be creative. But I also know it's not the music that I want to hear. So,
but
for
every
me, maybe the young
generation,
kids, they like it, but I don't like it.
every generation has a different taste, right? But like, I don't think that matters. I'm gonna tell you what Bow Wow said too, because Bow Wow said something similar to. Come on now, we can't really disrespect Bow Wow because he did.
Oh, I forgot you young. Like, you kind of look up to that nigga, don't you? Like, Bow Wow is your hero. Nah. That nigga said, "Don't disrespect Bow Wow." Come on now.
No. I'm just saying, because you gotta understand, Bow Wow paved his he like.
Nah, he did. Listen. What
You gotta hear it out. You gotta hear it out.
Listen, Bow Wow.
My bad.
Pop music, you gotta get it together, man. Put it together.
He was a pioneer, bro. I'm telling you, Bow Wow.
Bow Wow was for sure. Bow Wow was
Shad
for
Monster.
sure. Listen, I'm gonna say this. Throughout, like, okay, if you came up in the 90s, right? If you from the mid 90s, you came up on Bow Wow. Like, you grew up listening to Bow Wow, Omarion, Sierra, Missy Elliott. That was the hit crew. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was like the hit. That was the circle of niggas that was making hot tracks, and it felt like music. And then you fast forward to 2000, late 2000s, it's kind of like that feeling isn't there anymore. You know what I'm saying? That feeling that you get from hearing music ain't there no more. It's all about drilling, or it's all about shaking tail. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like it's boring. It's not boring. It's definitely not boring, but it's not like real music. There's no substance to it, and I don't see myself playing a lot of this music 20 years from now. You know what I'm saying? So
of course not. Of course not. Because the vibe of the music right now is all turn up.
Yeah.
When you think about like Lil Jon and them, like Lil Jon, I think it's kind of started with Lil Jon, to be honest with you. I think Lil Jon and probably Cash Money probably started it, but Lil Jon really took that whole turn up shit to a whole nother level. So all the music is on turn up, and then the artists don't give you an album that got levels to it. Like when the last time you was able to turn on a rap album and just push play, and it take you through all the emotions of life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff is just all like at the club, stuff at the club, or killing somebody. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, what about my bills? Like, can we talk about my bills? Can you make that shit rhyme with something so I can feel a little bit better about paying these bills? Something, nigga.
Everybody flexing.
That remind me of a post that somebody put that why none of these female rappers talking about motherhood.
Yeah,
like, you don't hear no track about that. Like, you know, and that's
Hey, that's why I like Janae Yoko.
She dope.
Yoko, how you say her name? Yeah, she's dope. Music she makes, she don't make music for no reason. Her music, got some. She got some good shit.
Yeah. And I think that's important too, because this is the last thing I'll say about it, but I think that's important too with some of these artists. Like, you can burn your audience out too, just dropping, and then it gets to the point where it's like somebody talking too much. You know what I mean? Like, you just dropping so much music, it ain't got no more substance to it. Like, sometimes you got to give your audience that anticipation where they want to hear from you, but it's because you put time into what you actually wrote. You know what I mean? Like you said, you like themed albums, and that themed album, because that person probably went through an experience to make the album. And that's what I'm saying. I could sit here and just make a whole bunch of tracks. I could do that. No problem. Yep. I could drop 10 tracks right before tomorrow and put them out. You know what I'm saying? But if it wasn't tied to an experience, you can almost feel it. For people who know music, you can feel it in the music when it don't have no substance. But when people actually put they all into a song, you can feel that.
Facts.
And that's what we missing. That's what's missing. You know, they just going in there and they get blunted. They, you know, drink, and it's like, what'll be that? Put on the track. Da 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 da. Bet next track. Da da da. And it's just a machine. You know what I'm saying? They ain't feeling it. You know what I mean? And we ain't feeling it either. You know.
Hey, quick question. Best female rapper of 2023 and worst female rapper of 2023. Go.
Like they had to be of 2023 or
yeah, no, they gotta be all I'm saying is this year, who would be the best female rapper and the worst female rapper?
Of this year?
Yeah.
Shit.
I'll give you the worst right now.
Who the worst?
Worst female rapper? Ice Spice.
I guess.
I was gonna say all of them.
Yeah. No,
I was gonna say all of them, bro. Sexy Red. What's the other one? Ice Spice. I mean, she mid. What's the other one? Scarface. Whatever these weird women name is. Scarlet. Whatever her face. Whatever her name is. All that's, I don't like it. You know what I mean? Like, it's trash. I can't deal with. You know what I mean? I don't. When do I play that? Like, I can't remember the last time I just turned on. Like, you know what? Let me put on some Sexy Red real quick. You know what I mean? I'm feeling Sexy Reddish right now. Like, that's the vibe. That's the vibe I'm on. Get the hell out of here.
Now, if you want to talk about an all-time list,
nope, I don't want to talk about all-time list. I'm talking about females that's popping right now.
Right now, man, that's a hard. I don't know. That's a hard.
All the females that's popping right now.
I don't even know, my nigga.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I really don't know.
Lauryn Hill.
I mean, I know. Oh, my bad.
I was just saying they all terrible.
Yeah, they all terrible. But I'm saying, as far as like notoriety, you could say there's some that with notoriety. You know what I mean? Which is not, does not substantiate you being a good artist. But I'm just saying.
Right.
Other than that, I don't know, my nigga. I really don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Y'all got to do better, man. That's what I'm saying. Now, next question, and we can end it with this. What would be like? Okay, if there was a female rapper, in the truth, would you support it?
Listen. Nah, hold on.
What's
up? This is just me, right? What the statements that I'm making does not reflect on the. You know what I'm saying, all that bull crap. But she's not in the truth, right? This is one sister that made some track, bro, and that
Mhm.
shit goes up. Salaki, if I may, you know what I mean?
What's the
She's
name of it?
not, she's not in the truth,
Mm-hmm.
but she got this one track, nigga, and I was like, all right,
Is
it's
it
got a little
Chloe?
pop to it. You
Her
said
name,
what?
her name Chloe or something like that. Cleo.
Chloe? Nah, I forgot her
Oh,
name. Something like
dang.
Call me
Miss
now.
Jew or some shit like that, or Miss
Oh,
Jew, some shit like
in,
that,
in
man.
a purple group.
Nah, she ain't purple. She one of them Sakari type of heads. I don't know, one of them
I
Yisraelites.
consider all of them purple.
Yeah, I mean you could. They're not in the truth, but you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But that shit went up. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean. I liked what I heard. Nigga. She was saying some real shit. But.
Hey, maybe we review it. Maybe we next week we can review some of these tracks. Like we do some reviews. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Mhm.
play a little bit of them and see if it was a woman in the truth and she was spitting.
Or at least like, all right, let me kind of rephrase it a little bit. Maybe she just like what also Shab is saying, like she refers to the truth, right? Like in her music. Like she might not be necessarily literally in the ISUPK,
Mhm.
but she makes references to things that that we share belief, we share understanding in, right? Like multiple wives and um things of that nature. You know what I'm saying?
If she's spitting, then yes. If it's trash, then no. I'm
Yeah.
not what I can't do, you know what I mean? This is me personally, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with everybody and say, well, I don't care what you're talking about. If it's trash, I'm gonna say it's trash. You could be, you could be breaking down whatever. I'm not gonna say that shit sound good just because of what you're talking about. That shit
Mm-hmm.
better be fire. So if you're gonna be talking about the truth, then that shit better be fire when I turned it on. Don't make it sound. It better not sound Christian. And I know it ain't in the truth, but Christian rap when you hear it.
Yes.
Now, I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I mean? But
Mhm. But would you rather hear that than pop that pussy on the nigga, something,
what
whatever?
that in Christian rap?
Yeah, would you rather hear Christian rap bitches or pop your pussy bitches?
I'll take the latter. I don't want to hear no
Yeah,
Christian
pop his
shit, bro.
pussy bitches.
Yeah, I'd rather hear that. You know
Listen,
what I mean? Fuck that. I was
Ah,
Drake
real.
got a
I'm just being
track
real.
called
Like,
Rich Baby Daddy, nigga. That should go up, nigga. I'd rather
hey,
hear
you know
listen.
what
that
I'm
over fucking
like, nigga.
Lecrae, nigga. It's a
Would
lot.
you rather hear that? Would you rather hear that or my booty hole brown? Pause.
Listen, I just cannot cannot deal with Christian rap music, bro.
I ain't
Like
listening to none of it.
Christian rap music
I
is crazy. I
cannot
ain't
do
gonna
it,
lie.
bro. It's
Yeah,
something
that
about that
season.
music, bro. And then when they feel like they getting gangster with it, when they do the Christian rap and they bring in the choir,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah,
my god, bro. I'm like, nigga,
yeah,
no, nigga, no,
yeah, it's
no,
crazy.
no.
I feel like they try too hard to mimic what's popping and shit sometimes too.
Yeah,
Like that shit
instead of finding
Yeah,
their
it
own
sounds
lane.
corny as fuck. Like
yeah,
Yeah,
it is. It do sound corny because it's like you ain't come up with your own idea. It's like you
yeah.
mimic. It's like you know,
and you know what's
you ain't even
crazy?
paying homage.
What's crazy is rappers and musicians who are not Christian rappers but make music about God and stuff. Makes non secular music, right? So
Mhm.
they do it and it actually sounds good. But then it's like the Christian rappers do it and it sounds cheesy. So it's like, what are they doing that Kanye West ain't doing? Or what is Kanye West doing that they're not doing?
That's the
What is
closest
it?
I can get to. I think that's the closest
If
I
I'm
can
there,
get.
God, that's a good point.
Kanye ass.
Actually, I brought up, nigga. I fuck with that Kanye West album that he just
Right,
dropped, the Donda joint, right?
right.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, would y'all fuck with? Now, hear me out. I'm not saying I do. I just want y'all to hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
Would y'all fuck with gospel?
Well, you gotta elaborate a little bit on me.
Okay. I feel like what Kanye West was doing was not Christian rap. You dig what I'm saying? The rapping that he was doing was more. It was more generalized. It wasn't really about God, Christ. He dropped an album. He did drop an album like that, and that shit was whack. You know what I mean? But this
Mm.
Donda joint was more versatile, and I feel like when he got on the Christian tip, it was more of a gospel type of vibe where, you know, he's adding melodies and harmonizing and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I don't
Yo,
know.
shot trying to
No,
pull my
I can
card.
fuck with it.
Huh?
You trying to pull my card?
Nah, I'm just shut up, man. You got it. You right. Fuck Kanye West. You right. So like,
What was you about to say, that? Yeah, we gotta go.
Nah, I was gonna say that what you talking about with the Donda album and the Kanye thing, like I could deal with that, you know what I mean? Because it's not so central. He ain't trying, he being himself, he not trying. And with the Christian rappers, they be trying to be something that they not to me. You know what I mean? Like they all got that same backdrop. You know what I mean? I was a gangster and now I'm not, you know what I mean? Like I just that shit get tiring. Like yeah, we get it, bro. Like just
and now I'm right.
Tell me what you're trying to say. You know what I mean? Like, and then this is my pet peeve too. Like I know some brothers do this, and this ain't no shade to nobody. I'm talking about my own personal taste. I do not like when you try to rap a whole verse, a Bible verse. Like I don't like that. Like I get it. Like I get some people like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying me personally, like, you know, when you like Romans 8:38 say this, you know, when you kind of do that too much. Like when you do the whole like verbatim.
His life.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a way that you could do that so it sound cold. Like you're like, damn, that was cold how you did that. Like put some thought into it. But if you're just gonna read me Psalms 91 and you know what I'm saying, that shit don't rhyme. When you read Psalms 91, that shit don't rhyme. Nah, so why are you putting it in the track like that? Like it just don't, you know what I mean? So that's just me, you know what I'm saying? So
I feel you. Just because it's biblical rap doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah, no, hell no. I don't care what you talking about. Christ will say that shit was whack.
Yeah, for real. Damn. Blaspheming the scriptures. He putting words on God. Isn't he? That nigga blaspheming the scriptures and shit.
Hey, Michael Love. I ain't talking about Kirk Franklin type of gospel neither, man. I'm talking about, you know, the singing and the melodies. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about. Yeah, I ain't talking about that. Jump. Nah, I feel like what Kanye did, he did him. Like they say, he just did him.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I live by this. I live by this. Good music is good music.
Thank you.
So whatever genre it is, if it sounds good, if it's pleasing to your ears, if it's aesthetic enough, you know what I'm saying? If it's aesthetic vocally, or you know, however the word is, you know what I'm saying? It's a good track. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, we was me, Thumb and Trooper Resign. We was at the school. I'm talking about we playing tracks by Journey. What's that group name? I forget the name. Anyway, tracks by Journey, Guns N' Roses. You know, all type of, you know, goddamn crawling, Linkin Park, nigga.
Corn.
Well, nah, we ain't go.
Nickelback.
But
Nickelback.
You know what I'm saying? These because listen, good music is good music, and what good music will do is bring you back to whenever you heard it first, and it will make you relive that moment. You know what I'm saying? Nostalgia, exactly. So good music is good music, man. Play your good music, whatever genre it is. I ain't gonna hold you. Just don't play that shit around me.
Please don't. Please don't. If you like Kirk Franklin, get you some AirPods. Play that
it's some damn lip gloss, nigga.
I was in the Uber the other day. This motherfucker was playing so much gospel, bro. I was gonna throw up in there.
Get you some.
I thought I selected the non-music option on my Uber.
Right. Oh shit. We're gonna play Mariah Carey Christmas album.
Oh my god.
All right, man. We out.
We out of here, y'all.